listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Yeah, I thought it was a good game. Game plan discipline was at a high level. You know, the guys just they executed over and over again, and it came down to the wire. So, you know, I think everyone on our team and with our group will take that shot again. I mean, it went in and out.
I mean, it was down 5, I think, with 15 seconds left. You were able to get the DeJounte putback, get a stop, and get the free throws. Kind of walk us through, with no timeouts, how you're trying to get through that moment and get to the shot that you wanted there with CJ. Yeah, sure.
Well, they missed the free throws, 5-second call, and it's a 1-point game. So, we have a play that we can execute with not a lot of time left, and we executed. The ball got to CJ, high ball screen. He rejected it, goes downhill, and unfortunately, it just didn't go down for us. But really good execution, and the game is never over. You got to continue to play through the whistle and play to the end of the.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Minutes left in the game, and so that's what we talked about in the huddle. 6 seconds left. Quick foul. They miss, and we're able to get it back.
Trey, I know we asked before about what is it going to look like with Trey and DJ and Z all out there. I mean, another 30-point game from Trey. What have you just kind of seen from him since his return that it has kind of seems like he's starting to take his game to another level?
Yeah, Trey is stepping up, and he's assuming a bigger role, and it's really good to see. We knew that he had the ability to score at a higher clip, and he's doing that. He's also defending, he's rebounding, sharing the basketball. So it's really, really good to see Trey step into a role, and it's much needed for our group.
And then Zion on the defensive end tonight, it seems like he was very, very active. What did you like from him on that side?
Well, the 5 steals jump out at you right away. That means his activity was pretty high. He ignited our break, our transition opportunities when he was getting steals. His rebounding was really good. Good to have him on the floor. When he's on the floor, we're a better team. And, the guys overall, really solid game, just unfortunately came up short.
Trey, he obviously has playmaking skills throughout the game, but there are a few moments where he just kind of stepped up and started targeting cross matches, kind of getting into his bag and taking over a game. How important is that for him to kind of take the next step as a player?
Well, I think it's important for him to continue to realize what he does well. He shoots the ball, he drives the ball extremely well, and now he's adding to what he does offensively. Now he's putting it on the floor a little bit more. He's attacking certain mismatches, and that's the maturation process of a guy and caliber of player that Trey is, and so it's really good to see him step on the floor and just go after it. And these are great opportunities for him.
At the very end there, when the buzzer's going off, all the players are kind of coming out on the floor, just be around each other. Zion kind of immediately took off back to the locker room. Just curious, guys obviously get frustrated at moments like that sometimes you don't win. What do you think about moments where like a player will walk off in that manner. Is that something you consider to be an issue at all?
No issue. All right, thank you.
All things Pelicans. Now tune in the Pelican Post-Game Report. Much love to the fan. Appreciate y'all for being in the live. PPR representing the flock and nation. Stand up. We in this thing, man. Appreciate y'all. Pelicans edge. Scrappy Pels edged by Celtics 120-119. Willie Green. Press conference. Biggest question is, why didn't Zion have the ball in the clutch time moments of the game? Willie, of course, agrees. Say, hey, man, he had a good look. Ball just didn't go down. The reporter just asked a really good question with Zion going to that locker room early. Zion is the star of the team, supposed to be. Could be pissed about the fact that he didn't get that shot at the end of the game, and he played his ass off in this game. But Willie Green, man, like I said, the guy is, I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't know why he's still here. But yeah, I do. We have stupid people running the team. But anyway, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for being in the live, because y'all are most certainly very intelligent, because we're asking the right questions. Lex, welcome in tonight. Pels go down 120-19. It was a very scrappy effort, but clutch time game is where the Pels fall short on. When it gets right in the clutch moments of the game, the Pelicans have proven time and time again they can't close it. What do you thought about tonight's matchup?
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Anytime, Willie Green is put in a position where he has to coach, you really show your coaching prowess when in these types of games, in close games. If it's a blowout, that you don't have to do a whole lot of coaching. But when he's put in a position where he has to coach,
right,
there is a very, 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 very high probability
you're gonna screw it up,
that the team is going to lose. There's a very high probability that the team is going to lose. And I've been saying that. If Willie Green is put in a situation where he has to coach, when the coaching really matters, it ain't happening. And really, there were so many moments where, he shows more to me how much he doesn't want to win and how much he wants to lose. I hope that didn't go over anybody's head. Because I'm looking at everything that he does. This man has absolutely no imagination. He does not read the flow or vibe of the game. And it is so irritating. Because he does everything, a lot of things that he does supports how can we lose? Is that normal?
Well,
it literally does support it. It's like that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Let me ask this, Lex, because the Pelicans came out and they really wanted this game. They fought. They really did. They had times when the game, there were a couple of breaks here or there. Boston let them back in it because Tatum uncharacteristically misses 2 foul shots at the back end of the game. Pelicans have a shot. Can't knock down.
Got a 5-second violation. A 5-second violation.
They got the 5-second violation that gave them an opportunity for the Pelicans to make a run.
I'm ready to talk about that last play, man. Oh my God.
CJ McCollum had a run at it. He put the ball up. Now, this is a shot that CJ McCollum, I've seen him make dozens of times. When he gets to the basket, he does the little floater up off the square. It didn't work tonight.
I don't even care.
But Lex, the thing
when has CJ ever been clutch?
He had a couple.
Somebody tell me.
He had a few games, Lex. He had a couple of games where he put up a lot of points. to help.
No,
the Pelicans
no,
out.
no, 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 no. I didn't say a lot of points. I need you to listen. I said, when has CJ ever been clutch?
This is the thing I'm at. Hold on, it's been a while since he
Clutch. I'm not talking about Portland days. I'm saying, when has he ever been known to be clutch?
I have to go back toward the Portland days, man. He had a few games
Okay,
here or there
no.
since he's been here, but
Okay, you're as good as your last hit. He hasn't. He's with the Pelicans now, right? The dude has not been clutch. This was a great opportunity. How many points? Somebody tell me in the chat, how many points do we need? How many points do we need to win this
to win,
game?
you need 2
Yes.
points to win. You need a 2.
Who can get down the court in like 3 seconds? 3 seconds with amazing gravity, and can't nobody stop him when he gets downhill? Who?
I guarantee
Please
that's
somebody
Zion.
tell me.
Yeah, and that's the point.
Zion has done that many a times.
Right.
Why in God's name didn't you have CJ set a screen for Zion? Get Zion what?
Oh, no.
Moving. Get him moving, right?
Oh, no.
If you get him moving, pass him the ball while he's moving. You catch the ball. You pound that rock and you take it in like reckless abandonment. Reckless abandonment. Okay? He's made that shot. Zion has even said that he practices those situations. He practices full court. He wasn't even going full court. He was going 3/4 of the court if you would have given him the ball.
It's no denying that Zion should have had that ball at that time. There's no doubt about it. He should have had the rock at the clutch moments of the game. He should have had that ball.
If you're not gonna use a guy like Zion, if you're not gonna use him, why in God's name do you have him on this team? If you're not gonna use this guy at what he's good at, that whole situation screamed Zion because you only need 2 points, and he, out of everybody on this team, is the most efficient when it's in the paint. Am I not wrong about that? You know what I'm saying? Am I making that up?
No, you making some sense. A lot, and the thing is too, some of the family members asking, you got a point, but Zion wasn't open. Lex is trying to say what she's saying is that's up to the coaching. They know they're gonna double down on Zion.
You set a screen.
You gotta
get him
scheme
moving.
them open. You gotta scheme them open. That's the point. You don't just sit there and let them take your guy out.
You gave the ball to the slowest to the slowest dude on the court. And see, I guess it makes sense because Willie has shown that he trusts CJ out of everybody. He's like, because I've heard him say it. I don't know when they had games on TNT, Willie would actually pull CJ over. Hey CJ, you got to finish this. You know what I'm saying? Talking to him like he's the guy. CJ's not the guy on his team. He's not. He's not supposed to. Like, what are you doing going to CJ to close the game? Like that's ridiculous. But he's trusting him to do it. And the thing is, every single time CJ has not done it. He hasn't done it. Yes, CJ has put up a lot of points, but CJ has not been clutch. And it's funny because Zion, for those of you who may, hey, Zion's not clutch either. You know what? Zion doesn't even get opportunities. He's not even put in a position where he can be clutch. You know what I'm saying? Because the ball is going, when Brandon is playing, it's going to him or it's going to CJ. Zion doesn't get opportunities though. That's why we don't see it a lot. And we know Zion is clutch. He's shown that he can be clutch. He just doesn't get a lot of opportunities, which really sucks. Like we can't even see what he can do as far as down the stretch because you're not putting him in a position where he gets the ball. Because you've already made up in your mind that, hey, it's going to go to this guy, or if this guy's playing, it's going to go to him. I'm like, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. I mean, man, I took notes on this game because it was so it was very irritating. The thing is that I don't understand different situations. Just to let everybody know, Jose and Hawkins in the backcourt at any point in time, in my Deion Sanders voice, is hot garbage. Hot garbage. Hot.
Deion Sanders. Oh,
in my Deion Sanders voice. Yeah, hot garbage.
Hold on, Lex. Let me do this before you get going. Let me show the play right here.
You mean I haven't been going yet?
Oh, you have been going, girl. I gotta get to you. You about to start cooking, and right before you get to the cornbread, let's go ahead on. Let me just show the play because I was looking for it while you was talking. This is the final play right here. The drive with 5 minutes left to go in the game. I was trying to find somewhere I could slow it down, but this is the best I can do right now. Maybe later on in the stream we can find it. As you can see, CJ is already making a break here. Zion is trailing the play. So he comes right on out and he just takes right on off and they close down on him. He throws it up high. Couldn't do it. They couldn't rebound it. It tipped out and that was the end of the game. So here it is right here, the last play. Yeah, Trey over here in the corner. So, I mean, like I said, he was just it's just with 5 seconds left to go away. He had 4.4. The idea was to drive. CJ
and he is not the fastest person on the team. You need somebody with speed.
Right.
You need somebody with speed. Zion, it takes Zion 4 seconds to get down the court from one end to the other.
And you can see Zion right here.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Like, I get that.
There should have been could have been a screen.
Right.
Set a screen. Let Zion run off that screen going towards the basket. You get him in stride. You see what I'm saying? And trust me, with what's his name on his hip, man, Tatum ain't about to do nothing. He ain't about to do nothing.
Tatum gonna stay right with him.
Yeah, but Tatum's gonna be on his hip.
Right.
He's gonna be on his hip. I mean, Tatum is not about to move Zion's body. That's all I'm saying.
And Al Horford astutely too, Lex. They just smart players. Which Al challenges the shot, and then Al then tips it back and away from the Pelicans to spoil the clock or any second thing. You can watch in the corner. Look at Zion Williamson right here. Look what Zion after the miss. He's right here under the goal. Look what he does. He just swings and then he just walks and goes right to the locker room. And that's what the reporter was talking about. If he was pissed off about that or not. But that's what happened. This is the play right here.
I would be pissed off about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody else gets a legitimate. The only clutch opportunities that Zion gets is when he ends up with the ball, not because it was drawn up that way. It's because he ends up with the ball and he makes something happen. I mean, right. It's like, can we actually purposely, like, just give him a chance to do something? Because I really feel like, I just, but that's not, there's other things that I'm upset about way before it got to that point. There really is. Okay. There's a whole bunch of things, but I'm sorry. What's going on with you?
I know. I'm gonna run through these stats right quick.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let you have a run. No.
I'm in the heat of the game, man.
I get you. I don't want you to settle down. I want you to stay right where you are because I'm gonna run through these stats right quick because I think they'll help accentuate your points because I know you took notes on some of the stuff that you want to talk about. So we're gonna run through the stats right quick, fam, to kind of look at it. And the Pelicans overall, if you look at the stats were pretty decent in terms of like the free throws. The Pelicans hit a high clip today. I mean, they had 20. Well, they hit 22 of 20. Well, I mean, it's
Oh no, not you. I was reading something in the chat. I'm like,
all right. So
yeah,
this is the
something didn't
field
look right.
for the Pelicans, 40 of 86 for 46.5%. The Celtics were 44 out of 101. So that's a lot more attempts that they had. They had over 100 attempts versus the Pelicans, 86 attempts from the field, and barely got the game by one. 43.6. The Pelicans were 17 of 37 from downtown for 46%. The Celtics were 13 of 44 for 29.5. The Pelicans went to the foul line 26 times, converted 22 for 84.6%. 19 of 23 by the Celtics from the foul line for 82.6. Celtics had 55 rebounds versus the Pelicans 42 and 18 offensive boards to help out. The Pelicans won the assist game 24-23. They won the steal game 8-5, 7-3 blocks Celtics way, and they kept their turnovers down too. 10 turnovers and only 4 points given up off those 10 turnovers by the Pelicans. Should have been a win. 12 turnovers by the Celtics with 17 points given up by them. You can see the fast break points. Pelicans 22-8. Boston did win the points in the paint 54-40. Like I said, man, the overall, if you look at how some of these stats, you just say, man, they should have won this game. Zion, he wasn't the top scorer. The top scorer was Trey Murphy, who was cooking. No minute restriction for him. 39 minutes, 30 points. He had 7 boards.
He had no
4
minute
assists.
restrictions.
He can't 39 minutes.
Wow, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
30.
Well, go Trey. Go
30,
Trey.
30 points in 39 minutes, 7 boards, 4 assists for him. 26 from DeJounte Murray, almost a triple-double day for DeJounte. The guy is just he getting there. 26 points, 8 assists, and 9 rebounds for him. He was absolutely smoking. 8 of 19 from the field. He was 6 of 9 from downtown and 4 of 5 from the foul line. Complete game by him. 16 from Zion in his return in 28 minutes. He was under minute restriction. 5 of 15 from the field, 0 for 2 from downtown, but Zion did convert 6 of 7 from the foul line. That's positive. 5 steals for Zion, 7 boards and 3 assists for him today. 13 from CJ McCollum. In 38 minutes, CJ was 5 of 15 from the field, 1 of 6 from downtown. He had 5 assists to go along with the 4 boards, and he was plus 11 there. Off the bench, 10 from Javonte Green in 20 minutes. He was 2 of 4 from downtown, 4 of 6 from the field, 10 points, 3 boards, 9 from Jose Alvarado. Hit 3 3-pointers from Jose off the bench to help the Pelicans. 6 from Daniel Tice with 6 boards in 22 minutes of action as well. So, and Jordan Hawkins came in, but he was 13 minutes, only had 2 points and a rebound to help out with the Pels. So these stats was definitely sponsored by the likes of Mr. Jason Tatum tonight, because he cooked the Pelicans for 38 points in 36 minutes. He had 11 boards to go along with that as well. 19 from Kristaps Porzingis, 16 from Jaylen Brown, and then 22 between Horford and Peyton Pritchard. So the Celtics eke out or edge the Pels with this victory. Lex, the floor is yours.
You are so funny.
Man, put up Lex's banner.
Nah, you don't need to put up a banner, man. You don't gotta do that. But look,
Yes, I do.
I just want to make this clear. Look, it ain't no overreaction. Can anybody tell me what the record is? What's the Pelicans record, man?
You're 8-32.
Okay. I mean,
but Lex,
are we okay with that? Like I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but I like
Lex,
to win. You know what I'm saying? Just naturally. So, I mean,
but who gave them a chance to win? Who thought this game would be this close?
I mean, I don't know how close it was. I just didn't want it to be a blowout. That's what I said on the other day. I was stating that, hey, I want the Boston Celtics to feel the Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no pushovers.
Right.
You know, I definitely didn't want that. Now, I did say that they would lose, but at the same time, I don't want them to lose. If you have a chance to win, please win. That's just based off of, because really my biggest concern when it comes to, hey, do you think the Pelicans are going to win? You know what I always think about? I always thinking about, well, how's the coaching going to be? Because a lot of times, look, we're not blowing teams out. The Pelicans are not blowing anybody out right now, just in case you all haven't noticed. So the thing is, these games are going to come down to close situations. How many close games have the Pelicans lost and they could have won? They could have won. But because the game is close, I say this all the time, if the game is close, if Willie Green is put in a position where he has to coach, and when a game is close, you have to coach, right? You have to coach. There's a high probability that the team is going to lose because every single detail matters. Thank you, Don Guillory. X's and O's. Guys have to be in the right spot. You can't guess about this stuff. You can't just be figuring it out. And I don't know if you all notice, everybody's still trying to figure things out. Like, is anybody else tired of hearing that? Is anybody else tired of hearing that? Like, dude, by now you should know your player personnel well enough to know where guys need to be at. You have to know. Now, one thing, I'm gonna get off the end of the game, okay? And I'm gonna point some other things out, okay? Jose and Hawkins. That is a horrible backcourt. You have two small guys in your backcourt going up against bigger guards. Not only bigger guards, but you have two-way. They're two-way. They were pushing Hawkins around. Okay? Like them two, I'm not saying that they should not play. I'm saying, look, you either need to have Jose and DeJounte or CJ out there, or Hawkins and DeJounte. But having Jose out there and having Hawkins in that backcourt is not a good idea. I don't know if you all saw that, but Derek White, Jaylen Brown, and I know Pritchard was out there, and he was giving them problems. Pritchard, it's like, okay, that matchup is fine. But when you have Jaylen Brown and you have Derek White, because I saw that Joe Mazzulla made that change. I saw him sub one of the guys out. They started attacking the lane and they took advantage of the side disparities. Okay, that was a huge disadvantage. You have to address that. You got to address that. You can't just let that slide. But there was another game where they were in the backcourt together. I don't think I care for that too much. And not only that, I know you had Boston out there. The way that he's been having their minutes, because I kind of feel like Willie Green's kind of threw a wrench with Hawkins and Boston as far as with their confidence. Here of late, it's like, dude, you're not really putting them in the best situations because you've limited their minutes and they're not as effective as they were early on. Now, obviously, you still weren't winning games, but they still have skill sets that you can use if you place them in the right situation and with the right rotation. And then with that lineup, I forget. Let's see. The Pelicans had in Jose, Tice, Trey, Boston, and Hawkins. This was like in the second quarter. And the Celtics had Pritchard, Horton, Cornette, Brown, and I think that guy's name is Hauser. Is that his name? The other tall guy?
Yeah, Sam Hauser.
Okay. That lineup right there Like that lineup, that lineup was left out there way too long. Look, I was like this. I'm like, okay, are you going to make a change now? Because there was like a lot of dead plays where nothing happened. And it's like, you need to switch something up like now, because you didn't have Zion out there. You had Trey out there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like, dude, you got to understand, like, when there's this, when what's his name is subbing someone in, because Derek White came in and they immediately started to pound it on the inside. You can't just wait until they call a timeout to make a lineup change. But that lineup right there, they were left out there for way too long. And I felt like Messi was taken out of the game, I don't know, at the wrong times. It's like, why are you taking him out? He added rim protection. Now, one thing that I did notice, and I thought this was kind of really something, but obviously you would have to have imagination. Instead of Javonte Green, instead of him coming in to sub Zion out, I would have had them both of them out there. Because Green, he was making a lot of defensive stops. And I really think that having them out there, it's almost like, because obviously you had to have a 4, but it would have been nice, because I don't know if you all noticed, DeJounte Murray and Zion, man, they really do put a lot of pressure on the backcourt, getting those steals and getting out in transition. Has anybody else noticed that? That's something that is an advantage. Like, you got to use that. You got to use that. It's like the way that they, the pressure that DeJounte puts, and then we've seen Zion come around when they're trying to do the spin move. And once they turn around, it's too late because Zion's right there. It's almost like they're so distracted on DeJounte, Zion just flanks him from behind. How many times have we seen that? We've seen it a lot. Like, that's something that, hey, that should open up your mind. Like, hey, we need more of that. We need more of that. They're not ready for that. Like, that's beautiful defense right there. I think Zion made like three steals where they were it was like almost a tandem thing, and it's beautiful every single time. That's how that one game where against Minnesota, how Zion got out with the 360 windmill. Those are things that you want to see more of. So then what you do is you have Zion up there with DeJounte, right? Bring in Javonte Green. You have another defensive wing. The way Zion's playing defense right now, like, he is making a lot of things happen on defense. We've talked about in the past how Zion's defense has been horrible, right? Well, right now, he's moving his feet.
Yeah, he had 5 steals.
He's doing
tonight.
well. Yeah, he's getting steals. He's even getting deflections that are causing steals. That's causing them to fumble the ball and throw it out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what the team needs?
Yes.
Isn't that what we want? So we got to use that defensive prowess. Obviously, offensively, I know things weren't going for Zion, but that defensive prowess is paramount. That's paramount. It caused, like, his defensive effectiveness was causing problems. And so you have Javonte Green, who's another hustle guy, because he was doing well on Brown as well. That's more activity. And Javonte was knocking down shots too.
Yeah, he had a couple of threes out there. Yeah.
Have both of them in there.
You did really well.
Change things up, man. Read the game and get both of those guys out there. You still have DeJounte. Trey Murphy's having a great game. You leave him out there. He's doing his thing. And then you have Messi. Man, if you would have tried that lineup right there. Especially in that fourth quarter. Because the thing is, defensively and offensively, the way that everybody was on and moving that ball, you would have wreaked havoc on the Celtics. Because they were that active on defense. You're getting out in transition. You're getting easy shots. Isn't that what we want?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got to applaud Zion Williamson's what he did from a defensive standpoint tonight. Those 5 steals, lead into the break, getting those, lead to the fast break, him converting. Loved how he did that. Even when we seen Zion and Yves play together, that was also very interesting to see those guys running the floor and playing together. Like I said, DeJounte Murray was on, man, especially in the first half. Man, the first half of the game, he was just killing them with the 3 ball. And like I said, man, a lot of people just didn't give him a prayer. The matchup indicator gave the Pelicans less than 15% chance to win the game. The Pelicans almost had a shock win over this team. A hungry ass Zion Williamson, no pun intended, doing his thing under minute restriction, was still able to get it close. And then ultimately,
and Trey Murphy didn't have one.
No, he had no minute restriction. Trey Murphy
he just
almost
came back from his injury. Okay, all right.
That's only something that's we kind of established that. That's only something that's they use.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like I said, the minute restrictions don't even count for anybody else. And from the looks of it, I'm looking at Zion. He, dude look just fine to me. I don't know how everybody else feels, but he looks just fine.
Yeah, I've seen no indication that he was suffering from anything.
It don't make no sense.
Just as fluid as ever. So, but yeah, this is very interesting to say the least about the Pels tonight against this team. They scared the piss out of the Celtics, ain't no doubt about it. We just a shot short and a few breakdowns here or there, we'd have had this game. And the Celtics what was it? The call where they had the 5-second call to give the 2 missed free throws at the back end by them, to let the Pelicans have an opportunity to steal. He was right there. They gave us several chances to take the game away and shock the piss out of Boston. That would have been the shocker of the night for the Pelicans, considered from a record standpoint one of the worst teams in the league, taking down the Celtics in their own building. This could have been a good building win in terms of a good what you call it, a good I can't even say it when it comes down to Pelicans, a good building, a good mind win, or a good heart win, a big heart win right here for the Pelicans, something to build on going forward. Say, man, we took it to the wire with these people. These people are really good out in the third. And they had all the people at Lex. Everybody was there. Drew, everybody was there, and the Pelicans took them to the wire. So, man, listen, what infuriates me about the game is that this is the type of team that I know that we have. Like, we have these talented players. Trey put up 30 plus tonight. DeJounte, his game is starting to really unfold right now. CJ kind of cooled off for what he did in the previous game. This game, and the bench gave 30-something points last matchup. This game is 20-something, whatever. But it was enough. They even hit the free throws. They missed 4 free throws tonight. I don't expect them to be 100% in a close-ass game. But they hit 86%.
Zion shot 90% or something like that, didn't he? He only missed 1 free throw.
I think it was 6 of 7 from the foul line for Zion tonight. So, I mean, it's one of those things. You can see why Zion would be frustrated. He kind of mistimed the jump at the end of the game. He kind of mistimed it. But Horford was there, too, because Horford challenged CJ's layup and then jumped again and tapped the ball back for the clock to run out so they couldn't set up for a toss shot or whatever the case may have been. So, smart team, man. We fell short on it, man. So just tease you with the talent and what it could be, man, at the end of the day. All right, we got DC in the building. DC, are you there, bro? DC? I don't want to go too far in the show with him being there, but I'll give him a chance to bounce back on it. Lex, we got the next matchup we have going forward is the game against Chicago. 3 games. Of course, we had the next matchup is against the Chicago Bulls. We go to Chi-Town for the final 3-game road trip before we come home for a series of home games. What do you think about Chicago? The Pelicans having a scare the hell out of the Boston Celtics. What does this mean? Can we carry this momentum? A pissed off Zion Williamson and what they did, could they build on this, man? Because this is one of them situations where you look at it and say, man, you can build on this, man. We can win. We can build on this. What do you think about that?
Well, definitely. Oh, what you laughing at, Mickey? Why are you laughing, man? They can definitely build up off of it. I mean, I've been wanting this team to be pissed off. You know, I want this team to play with an edge, play with a chip on their shoulder. They should be. It shouldn't like, you know, just because the thing is that that's the very thing that they need. That's really the part that's missing with this team, as well as, you know, obviously having solid coaching, but just having that it factor, you know, playing the game with a lot of energy and just, you know, just coming in with that, you know, the chip on your shoulder. It's like, dog, y'all been disrespected. A lot of people have disrespected you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to come in and understand the situation. Man, everybody says it's too late, and it probably is. I feel like as long as they hold on to Willie Green, you know, definitely, it definitely is. I'm not dialed into losing. I really am not. I understand the business side as far as, hey, you lose, you get a top pick. But I mean, you've heard, you know my sentiments about that.
You
It's
get
like,
thrown in a lottery for it. So
yeah, what point is it to get a top pick and you still have a horrible foundation? You still have no vision. You still have no direction. You still have no coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that scenario.
right.
So it's like, yeah, even if you do get a top pick, I just don't understand, you know, like, do you have plans after that, or are you still going to be figuring it out? And that's the problem that I have with all of that. But back to Chicago, I hope they go into this game like, you know, hey, we should have, they should have won against Boston. They could have won against Boston. They should have won against Boston. Come into the Chicago game and man, play to win. And I mean, you have to find a way to win where, again, Willie Green is not in a position to coach. And I know that's horrible to even say that, because the only way that you can win is if it's a game like that. I really do feel like that. I don't feel like this is the same situation as with the 76ers. 76ers haven't been doing too great. I think they're in a better situation than the Pelicans overall. But for the most part, you know, that was a great win. Ball was moving. Guys were making shots. And, you know, yeah, you know, the shot was just falling. They were just making everything. And you don't typically see that with the Pelicans a whole lot. But hey, like, now that you have, you know, a lot of guys that are out there on the floor, they have to pay attention to Zion. Everybody's going to do that. The man has gravity, so that opens up even more for teammates. I don't know if anybody noticed, DeJounte Murray has actually been playing better since Zion has gotten back, because they're able to play off of each other.
Exactly.
He plays off of that gravity so well.
Yeah.
So well. And that's really opened up his game. Look how many points, because we were talking about how DeJounte sorry about that. His production offensively was not there.
Mm-hmm.
We were all talking about that. And now we're starting to see, wow, DeJounte's starting to look like DeJounte out there. Because he really needed that gravity. That's what really makes him effective, and what he can really do, which is great. Now you add that to the fold, and that makes a heck of a difference. Now I still want DeJounte to clean up on those turnovers, because sometimes the timing of those turnovers is like, no, not at this time. You know what I'm saying? But you're seeing a whole lot more good things from him than not. But they can get this game. I think I don't really pay attention to the matchup indicator, because the thing is I'm looking at the actual matchup. That's why I'm always asking who's playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I ask, who's playing, then I'm looking at, okay, who's going to be matched up against who? Okay, we can win against this matchup. Off the bench, we can win against this matchup. And that a lot of times that's what I'm looking at. But yeah, they should be able to get Chicago. If they played like they did against the Celtics and more, okay, and more being the key word, because the thing is, this is cool, but obviously it's a loss, so it's not so cool. But you got to give more energy, more discipline. One thing I would have loved for them to do more, because the Celtics, who do have a lot of size, man, and they got to box out. You gotta box out. I was so mad. Look, I was screaming at my television about that the most. You know what I'm saying? Dude, stop ball watching and put your booty on a body. That's what our coach used to tell us. Put your booty on a body, okay? No Diddy. Okay, so why you cover your face? Or pause, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I mean,
no Fox.
What?
No Fox.
What?
No FS1.
Okay. All I'm saying is that
Skip Bayless.
You got to box out, man. Like, a lot of those rebounds. How many rebounds did Boston have?
Oh man, like 50 something. Lex, I took that off. Let me see if I can pull that screen back up. They had like 50 something rebounds tonight, man.
Yeah, man. Nobody was boxing out.
Well, it was one play that I was watching the broadcast, and I kind of got animated too at AD because he said, yeah, it was nothing that could be done because Trey fouled. I think it was I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Tatum or Porzingis. Y'all remind me. And he said the way the ball hit down, there was nothing that Trey could do because Trey had to reach. He fouled the guy that was in front of him. I said, AD, what the hell are you talking about? Trey could have positioned himself for the rebound, regardless.
Yeah.
He was positioned out. I think it was a smaller player. Might have been Drew Holiday, for goodness sake. Had him boxed out. Yeah, the Celtics had 55 rebounds tonight. 18 offensive boards. And if any stat,
how many
points
how
in the
many
paint?
boards did the Pelicans have?
42.
Golly, man.
Yeah, and the points in the paint game was very different too. It was like 14 more points in the paint, 54-40. So
yeah, because they got a lot of bunnies, and Porzingis, I know he got quite a few. That one play that Tatum had, and Jaylen Brown had a few of them too, where they won the 50-50. Boards or balls, and they went back up for a dunk. They did that a few times, and I was like, man, come on, guys, y'all gotta box out. And then we would have like 2-3 guys down there.
Yeah,
like there would be a lot of white jerseys down there, and it's like, No one's thinking to box out.
Nah,
You
we don't
have
use.
you're down there with the trees, and
The only player that really takes a real onus on boxing out and getting offensive boards is Yves. He's the guy that seems to be has a special ability as far as that concern. A lot of the times you see the Pelicans just ball watching many times. So I mean, we see that happen from time to time. But yeah, and then the attempts, like too. I mean, the Celtics had attempts was ridiculous. Them people had over 100 shot attempts tonight against the Pelicans, 86. 101 shot attempts by Boston versus 86 by the Pelicans. Still just 1 point win. Could have took it. What coulda, woulda, shoulda, but this is something that, regardless of a win or not, you got to take this and package this energy that you use. Say, man, we could be one of the best teams in the NBA tonight. That's what we made of if we bring this every night. So that should be the message that Willie Green packages and gives to his team. Look what we did tonight. If we play with this effort and this energy, we almost beat the Celtics, one of the top teams in the game. If we bring this every night, we can beat most teams in the NBA. We beat 75% of the teams in the NBA, if not higher, if we play with this type of energy. So man, listen, I mean, that is the only positive that I can draw out of it. Of course, we know Zion was pissed off. I was trying to see if the Pelicans had put up an interview or something like that in terms of he would love to hear his thoughts on the game and see what he thought about what happened with the team and all this kind of old stuff. But they have not posted anything because the live went off, and usually they'll kind of bounce back with videos that they do in the locker room in which they put up. I've yet to see anything on that so far. So I'll be monitoring, making sure to see if they put anything up. But right now, currently nothing. So Pelicans are they playing up. Now remember the Bulls. The Bulls just lost. I mean, the Bulls, they lost to Sacramento tonight. So they'll be looking for an opportunity to kind of get even or kind of get back into it with the Pelicans, try to see if they can secure a win. Remember, the Pelicans did beat this team back in October, late October. They beat them 123-111. So Pelicans perhaps can close out and do something like beat a team like the Bulls and close them out for the season series. Anyway, DC's back. DC, what's up, my boy?
Had a lot of little problems, but I'm up in here, man. I'm up.
Good, brother. All right, good to have you. What are your thoughts on the matchup? We had Lexxah had her notes. Had to get out the way.
Oh man, I missed Lex. I was trying to catch some of it, man. I had to deal with some stuff.
You missed some good game, but it's all right. You can get it on the replay.
I missed Lex's coach's corner, man.
I was trying to. She told me she didn't want a ban. I was about to put the coach's corner ban up. She said I have to do it. I said, "Damn, Lex, let a brother."
I already know she cutting into Willie Green at the end of that game.
Everybody cutting into Willie Green, dog. You know how it go. But anyway, go ahead, DC. You got the flow, brother.
We did have timeouts, right? Right? Yeah. Why is every other NBA coach in the NBA, call timeouts at the end of the game, and we just don't. We don't. Like, we didn't have timeout. We can't advance the ball. We can't, we can't draw up a more stable. Anyway, 3/4 of this game, I was like, oh wow. And I was sitting here, watching the game with my lady, and I'm like, they gonna try and play tonight, man. Because they want to prove this is the best team to do it against, to prove the players. Like, as a team, a unit, coaching, organization, we suck. But you can go out there with this one game as the players playing the team that won the championship. And if you're able to beat them or hang with them, the narrative becomes maybe the Pelicans aren't bad as they seem. Something else is going on with them, yada, yada, yada. And, the players can have a little bit of a bragging rights. You know what I'm saying? Because they went out there and I thought DeJounte had an awesome performance, career high in a quarter. Zion was not able to get it going as far as hitting the shots, but the energy was there. The effort was there. He had 3 straight possessions with a steal. He was trying to do all the little things and other things he could do for him to win the game. Trey out there cooking, CJ being CJ. He didn't really have it going tonight. Let me stop doing CJ like that. CJ been playing awesome. You know, he has some stretches, but he's streaky sometimes, man. He's just having one of them games where he didn't really have it going. But I mean, you gotta love and hate his confidence at times. It's like you like the fact that it's like, damn, CJ, he gonna shoot himself out, and then the other times like, CJ, you don't have it fucking going. What are you doing? But nonetheless, I thought the bench tried to do what they could do. Everybody was they was hanging with him, and it came down to, you know, X's and O's. Is Zion gonna say that shit again? It came down to X's and O's. You know, X's and O's and Cheerios. Like, you know, and we're not good at that. We're not good at that at all. But if there was a way where these players could have just won this game themselves, I think they would have pulled it off. But you know, the Celtics are savvy. They are never out of a game. You know, you can get up 15, 20 points on the Celtics. They'll come back and still beat your ass. So coming down to the end of the game, man, to put yourself in position and to have it there by 1 point, and you know, just and that layup just doesn't go. I'm sure Willie Green loved the look. I didn't even hear the press conference, but I know he said he's happy with the look he saw from CJ and all. And I mean, you can't beat him up too much about that because CJ got to the goal and got a chance at a free throw at the end of the game. So, like, I mean, in a ideal scenario, that's the look you want, but also in an ideal scenario, I don't want that look to come from Trey or Zion. You know, if even though Zion is the guy, if he didn't have a tough night, I still would want him taking the last shot. I can't wait till we get past this thing of it being like CJ's our number 2 or 3 guy, but he operates as the number 1 at the end of games. That shit ain't never worked for us. I mean, he got us to overtime once, but not to beat him up too bad because I thought it was a good look. But I just would have felt so much better if Zion or Trey was taking that shot. It's Trey, because he had it going tonight. Zion, because he's the guy that's obviously energetically, emotionally leading this team. Like, I'm seeing Zion right now, at least on the court. I don't know about him being vocal, but when I watch the games that he's played, these last 2 games, it is a different team watching him. If he amps it up defensively, they amp it up defensively. You know what I'm saying? If Zion's making intelligent plays, everybody else is making intelligent plays. Like, DeJounte's playing out of his mind with Zion. So I could take a win from that. No moral victories, but I really was encouraged what I saw from DeJounte, and I would think a lot of people maybe are coming around feeling a little better about the trade, because this is the version of DeJounte that I was thinking we were getting. What I saw tonight and what I saw in what was that other games I played in? That was not the 76ers, but the team
Minnesota T-Wolves.
Minnesota. So, you know, I'm a little encouraged by that because at this point, man, I don't plan on winning much of nothing, but I'm grading it by what I see on the court and kind of an individual basis, the guys who going to be here next year, you know, and I think we may be okay if we can fix the front office situation. That would be awesome, man. We might become contenders. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at what Trajan Langdon over there in Detroit. They dudes on like a 10-game win streak. So obviously nothing went wrong with Trajan Langdon.
The Pelicans switched places. They switched places with the Pistons. Literally.
You know, so maybe he was more than a mime, Q. He was doing a little bit more than miming.
Hey, you know what's crazy, DC? Lex? I was sitting there watching the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I seen some highlights that came across my feed from Detroit. And I had the same thought. I said, we don't switch places with the Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was like, man, isn't that crazy?
We should have gave him David Griffin.
We can't get him. We can't.
No, Griffin Green. They a package deal.
We can't get rid of him because,
you know what, Lex? As much as I want Willie Green out of here,
do it.
Look at that what Trajan did with the Pistons. I think Willie Green would even be better. Now, wait, before you, because I know your mouth about to hit the floor. I still want to fight, Lex. And if Trajan was here, I still would want to fight. But I think we will be able to win in spite of Willie Green.
No, DC.
No.
We won't win anything significant. We ain't gonna win no playoffs or nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what
are we
That's
trying?
all I'm
What
saying.
are the Pelicans trying to do?
No.
Because
I ain't just trigger you, Lex.
No,
Too late.
no.
Here we
I'm
go.
just saying, like, there's only so far that this team can go. Even when Willie Green had the 49 wins on last season, there was still only so far he could take this team, because I don't know if you all have noticed, the team has not gotten like better. Maybe in regular season, but is that what the Pelicans are trying to do?
I don't know what they're
Just
trying to
do well in regular season?
No,
I don't know what they're trying to do. I'm gonna just
I don't
be honest
think they're
with you.
trying to do that. I'm
That's my
I'm just
point.
making a reference.
I don't know what they're doing.
No,
Trajan Langdon. It would have been
I understand what you were saying. I'm just saying
things would have
I'm
ran
just going
smoother as
along with
far
what
as
you were saying as
the
far
other
as
stuff, I think.
you can't go far. There's only so far that you can go with Willie Green, and he's shown that.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely.
You're not making progression, and I'm not talking about regular season. I know everybody wants to stick to regular season, the win percentage and all that stuff. Hey, but the thing is that
come on, Molly.
We're trying to make some noise in the playoffs. He's not an adjustment guy.
No.
If you're incapable of making adjustments, which is what the playoffs
swept.
is all about, okay? That's what the playoffs is all about, is making adjustments. He can't do that. He has like an F-, and if there was anything lower than that, I would give him that grade. He makes an F-
incomplete. Just give him
adjustment.
Incomplete then, Lex. He's incomplete.
Okay, yeah, an incomplete minus.
That's lower than
incomplete.
An F.
Okay, incomplete minus.
Jeez.
He does not have the ability to make adjustments, and so because the playoffs is about making adjustments, that's like, I mean, you're not going to get anywhere anytime soon.
Okay, I agree. And my bad for triggering you, because I want Willie Green up out of here. He got to.
You ain't triggering me, man. Shoot, we talking about basketball. Basketball itself triggers me. Okay.
But I'm just saying, Trajan Langdon, I think, is doing a tremendous job in an organization. Trajan Langdon is doing a
You're not triggering me
in the organization.
Oh, dang, you didn't do it, man. You didn't do it.
DC started talking. I ain't want to do it over DC talking.
Okay.
Go ahead, DC.
In an organization that has been losing their ass off. So for him to come over there, and he's really the only significant difference. Oh, well, I got to give Bickerstaff his credit too. That's pretty damn good coach. So I'm just saying, I think maybe the season wouldn't have went off the rails we're seeing right now. Trajan Langdon was the GM and David Griffin was the hell up out of here. Because the whole identity of our team is just, man, it's just like a hodgepodge of undisciplined and uncaring, too laid back, not aggressive enough. And when I watch them play a team like the Celtics tonight, I could easily see, under different leadership, that quickly changing. Maybe you would have to move some guys, out of here to completely, re-evolve or reestablish the roster to get the mentality you want. Because obviously we got a lot of talented players, but I don't know if everybody can switch mentalities from whatever coach you get. Like if you had a Udoka type coach or something, everybody might not agree with that coming from a Willie Green, but nonetheless,
that's two separate ends of the spectrum. That DC.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So if you get the coach that we really want, some of these guys,
he's a no joke coach, man. He don't play that bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. Some guys might not be able to make the transition of going from where you could just do anything.
Right.
Willie Green talking and they blowing him off and he ain't even pulling them out the game and shit. To Udoka. Some guys might not mentally be able to make that shift. So you may have to move some players around that you initially maybe didn't want to, but it's just mental and a fit. But nonetheless, man, we still are in the same place. I see you, my boy Stacy talking about. He said we stuck, and we are stuck. Yes, Stacy, we are stuck. We are stuck in this shit till the season is over, bro. It's just gonna be more of the same. We at least get games like this. I mean, I'm not super angry tonight because I thought at least this was entertaining.
Yeah.
This was a watchable product,
No.
you know.
Yeah, they fought.
Lex
They
said
fought.
no. This was entertaining, Lex. I mean, they
Hey
lost.
man,
with
I
1
I
second
want to
left.
win. I want to win. I want to win.
Was it not entertaining though? Were you bored watching
I'm
this?
Are
just
we not entertained?
no. I mean, I can watch
Trey
games.
Yam
But the
dunked on
thing
somebody,
is
think to
that
tie the game up, and I jumped off the sofa a little. I was like, yeah, Trey. It's like it's I don't know, just this game is like it was worth watching. I could justify
yeah,
spending
I
my
watched
time
it.
watching this. I wasn't falling
Hey,
asleep.
I
No, it
watched.
was a
I
good game in
watched.
my opinion.
Right.
Because I
I
thought that
watched
we
the
would get
game.
blown out. So that was that's a present.
And I don't
Even
think
the games I'm falling asleep, I'm watching them because if I'm still listening to it and I see the action in my head.
that's
You know
right.
what
That's
I'm saying?
that subconscious mind working, Lex. That's right.
I used to watch games like that where I just listened to them and I can see everything that they was doing on the court, how they was moving, situation, all that stuff. So, I watch these
But
games.
it don't
Shoot,
sound like you enjoy watching those type of games.
I want to win. I don't like,
I feel you.
I want to win. I want to win games. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would be lying if I
it's
said
funny.
I wanted to win this season. No, at this point, I want the draft pick. But we ain't gonna open.
But
We
you
go
know
back and
what?
forth about that all the time.
Hey,
But I get your
let me tell you
perspective,
something,
though.
DC.
I do.
If you still have Willie Green as the coach and you have Griffin that front office, ain't much about to happen. It's still gonna be much of the same.
One of them, at least one of them.
You know what? Until they do, because right now the way that they moving, ain't nobody going nowhere. Nobody's going nowhere. And the thing
I can say this though.
The fact that this team has no vision, no direction, they move slow as molasses when making decisions. They're delayed. They're not keeping up with the trends of the league. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. And so it's like, okay, yeah, you get a top pick. So what are your plans for him now? We don't know. We're going to figure it out. You know that's what they're going to say. You know that's what they're going to say.
But check this out, Lex. If they don't fire Willie Green, right? I can guarantee you, if going into this next season, Willie Green is still the coach, those season tickets are going to be way down.
They need to be down now.
And then if they go in and they losing, he getting fired probably the first 10 games.
This one person you could point at that, DC. This is a Griffin.
Willie Green is gone, Lex. Now it's just a matter of
you know what,
whether they getting rid of him during the season
that,
or after the season. I don't see any scenario or any way you can keep him. And with Griff there, bad as this is, and I think wasn't Miss Benson at the last game? I didn't get to do the podcast with y'all. Was she at the last game in the stands? Home game?
For the Pelicans or for the Saints?
For the Pelicans.
I don't remember, DC.
The home game was Zion first game playing.
I don't remember. If y'all remember, was she in the stands? Answer that question, fam, because I don't remember seeing her there.
I mean, doesn't matter. She was probably thinking about her interior designing or something.
Man, she worried about one thing and one thing only, looking at that
money.
Her piggy bank.
Yes.
Yep. And she looking at them seats.
Yep.
She up there counting them seats. Who in here and who not in here. And Zion came back, and I still don't think the arena was full. You know what I'm saying? So if Willie Green stays the coach, it's gonna work itself out by process of elimination, even in the next season, which I don't.
Everybody keeps saying that, but he's still here.
He's still here. He gonna still be here, Lex. Because
that's what I said.
No, I'm talking about this year.
Early December. No, but I'm saying, yeah. I don't feel like. I feel like he's gonna be here. The whole season. They're not gonna let him go.
May be. there's no incentive for them to win this year. So it's like it doesn't really matter.
But there's no incentive.
It matters.
to lose either
I'm
because
lying.
you're top heavy in the money. Like you're paying out how much? Come on, Big Q. How much they paying out?
Well, I mean,
Come on, Nick. That's a lot of money.
It already
That's
happened.
a lot of money.
It already
Man,
happened.
come on. I know, but the
And
incentive
even if they
on
play
both,
and they win some
the
games,
incentive
they
on both
still
ends
not doing
is bad. Look how much money you're paying out, and you're having a losing season. That's crazy.
But no matter what
That's
they do,
crazy.
no matter what they do, Lex, they are for sure gonna have. They could win 70% of the rest of their games the rest of the way. They will still have a losing season. There's no they can't. It's a losing season no matter what. So
Let me ask you something.
The Piper got to get paid.
Hold on, DC.
It's
How many
hypothetical.
games are remaining?
We passed the.
We have 40 games right now.
We have 40 games, yeah.
Right.
So if they win 70 games, that would be what, about 25 games?
There's only 8. It's
still a losing season, bro.
It's 82 games.
It's 82 games.
They would have to
70?
win. They would have to win out. Starting right now.
My bad. I'm saying the wrong.
DC using that international.
Yeah.
Math. But
I don't know why I said
don't do that, because you know what?
They
really smart overseas. Don't say that.
That Common Core man, that Common Core man tore up, boy.
You ain't gonna lie, man. America crap is they got this all backwards. The politicians are rotten and the system is bad. That's terrible, man.
But look, if they win 25 games out of their next 40, I don't know why I said 70. They win 25 games out of their next 40. That's still what, about 15 losses? It's still a losing season.
They got to win out.
Okay, you know what? Listen,
no matter what.
If it was possible, and I'm gonna do this hypothetical thing, because I know you. I know you do that a lot, DC.
I mean, that's all. But
if they would just go on and get rid of Willie, you know what I'm saying? Obviously,
that's probably what is eventually going to happen.
Well,
I'm talking about like now. Well, excuse me, not now. Like yesterday's.
It still does. It don't do nothing but appease. It appeases the supporters. It appeases all the people watching the product. That's all it does.
Dog. Whoa. It does.
DC, let me hear a point.
The thing is that look, you make Borrego your interim coach. The thing is that look. You're probably not going to have a winning season, but there's a possibility that you could at least make the plan and give yourself a chance. But the thing is, if you keep but that's because they held on to this dude for too long.
Because they don't want to win. They want the pick.
But you have all this money. Look, all the money that you're paying out says that this is not a rebuilding team. This team should not, because the thing is, that's what's killing the team, is because you have an incompetent coach. You had a lot of close games that you could have won, even with guys out.
I just will, you know what?
They could have been at 500. That's what I'm saying. Like either or, it's like, dog, you all are paying out all this money to have a losing record.
Pretty much.
And you're not moving anybody. You're not moving anybody.
What you mean they're not moving nobody?
Is everybody still here?
The trade deadline not passed. Come on, you know a lot of them deals get done the last 3 days.
So you know what? You know what's gonna happen.
That's how
you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. Probably nobody's gonna be moved by February 6th. And you know what's today's date? What's today's date?
They gotta move somebody.
Okay.
They gotta do something.
Hey, they gotta do something, but will they? Will they? They needed to move JB, but they didn't. What happened? And that's what I'm saying. That's a high possibility. What's today's date?
Y'all very incompetent, DC.
Oh, they are extremely incompetent, but they have to move someone because of the tax implications. Even if this would be Lexxah scenario, and I'll be like, damn, this still would be a damn shame. And we basically can say they didn't move nobody. But if they just trade like Javonte Green or Daniel Tice or
Yeah,
some shit.
they'll
Get
do
under the
something like
text.
that.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. Too.
That's what,
That would
but
be
that's
horrible.
what they would do. That's what
That
they
would
would
be
do.
horrible. So
Yeah,
I
and
agree with you on that standpoint.
Brian
Lex,
Lane just said they waived Trey Jemison.
Yeah.
They just waived him.
We wasn't gonna play him, so
They need to waive Jamal Cain. I don't even know why he's still on the team. Why didn't you keep Elfrid Payton? You know, because he's a bigger guard.
They didn't want to win, Lex.
I'm starting to believe DC on that.
Elfrid Payton, they would have won.
I know they don't.
At first, it was incompetence.
I know
they backed themselves into. Now they that's the thing.
Well, they don't want to win.
After what Griff did, as far as with Zion and stuff, that told me everything I need to know. That was confirmation that they were dialed into losing.
Easy
so I know
way
that
to keep
they're trying
Zion
to
out
lose.
for a game that he could have just played.
Exactly, because they weren't handing out, and this is his first suspension.
So wait,
which is really crazy.
So we supposed to believe this Zion first time being late? Like
no,
exactly.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Zion had a whole porn star out here talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many things that did happen. And wait, so this is the straw that broke the camel's back during a losing season?
That is completely psychotic.
Really? That was just so they didn't win in Philly, man. I don't believe that shit.
Boy,
Zion got his little press conference notes, letter ready, and all this bullshit, man.
But your boy said, the insider said that was multiple times that he was late for practice, stuff like that. And
you know what? I ain't even trying to hear
which
about
is some
multiple
BS.
times.
I think.
Did you fine him or suspend him
I
those times?
think he probably was.
Did not.
No, I ain't saying that, DC. I'm just saying.
Oh, you're saying the fact that they suspended him was BS.
Well, right. I'm saying you could have fined him. You know, took some money away from him. In a way, it is taking money from him because it denies him a game. He needs those games to reach his certain games. His pay for his incentive pay.
It proves everything you've been saying about them being incompetent.
They are
incompetent. It's like, okay, so we are 8 and 32, right?
8 and 32.
So we were 8 and 31 that day. And it's like you look at us at 8 and 31 and you like, you know what? I'm fed up with Zion in this, and I'm gonna suspend him for only one game. Jimmy Butler did what he did. How many games he got suspended?
A bunch of games, wasn't it?
7 games.
Yeah.
But apparently he was doing a lot of things off the court. Of course, we don't know what that stuff is.
That's not. We don't need to get into that FS1 type talk. I know. Jimmy
I know, but
playing.
I mean, the thing is we don't know Zion's situation. It's the same thing. But you know what? I really don't care if y'all been letting him do this stuff. This is the norm. And you're going to suspend him over something. Now, I don't think missing the plane is a norm, but to add the practices, him missing practices, I felt like, okay, so why was that necessary to mention? Especially if that's the norm.
They're trying to sell it. They gotta sell it like, oh, you know,
I mean,
he's drawing a line in the sand. This is
but if you think about it,
you know,
that makes the organization look bad because you all were letting him do this. Apparently,
stupid.
So why? So you trying to put this out on him, but it's like, dog, you all were letting him. Where's your accountability? Where's the organization's accountability?
Right.
Where's your discipline? This is a norm. So for you to bring that information out, what does that say about you as a leader? Because you're the leaders, right?
Yeah.
The front office is supposed to be the leaders. You're supposed to establish, you know, all that stuff. But you were letting him do this. No, y'all are doing just as bad as him. I'm not gonna focus all my attention on him. Dog, y'all were letting this happen. And the thing is, he missed a flight, and you just wanted to add, well, and he's been missing practices and all that stuff. Dog, I ain't trying to hear that. And all y'all are held should be held accountable. Period.
It's a non-disciplined DC. This is a non-disciplined team trying to find somebody for multiple times. But come on,
right? You're
You're
not even
not
disciplined as a
GM.
GM.
You don't
But
do
look,
what you're supposed to do. You don't. Yeah, go ahead, DC.
we got two insiders, my man Dan Gillery and Marley. They say they know what happened. He said
Who?
Marley said Zion told Griff.
I mean Don Gillery.
Don Gillery. Zion told Griff his piano was stupid, and Griff got mad. So that's why he got suspended.
Man, I would have picked up that piano and hit him with it. Man, I mean, ain't nobody got time for that dude.
And Don said, "This is revenge for Zion's X's and O's comment."
I don't think Willie's that conniving, bro.
Yeah.
Willie's not Machiavellian like that, bro. He's not good. Bro, he couldn't plan a picnic, bro. Come on.
Y'all funny, man. I've been laughing since
Willie can't plan to pick his nose, bro. I can't see him doing that. But listen, hey man.
Marley said that piano's stupid, huh? He told that piano stupid.
Listen, shout out to y'all for being on the screen.
Funny,
y'all do us a service. Please feel free to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, smash on the sub button. Also, feel free to share the show on your social media feed where all the other the faithful are congregating. We're gonna open up the show now, fam. We're gonna go.
We opening the show tonight.
Yeah, just to 10:15. We'll have a strict cutoff time.
It's a hard cutoff tonight too.
That is so funny.
It is a hard cutoff tonight.
Yeah,
so we got to do that tonight.
I don't have the 4 hours in me tonight.
But DC, that's all right. We know how you screwed up that math. That you need a little rest.
What?
Hit
the what? What
okay, hold on. I got
you. What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What are you talking about?
He's talking
DC
about
don't know what he's talking about with the math he screwed up. You got to see.
I misspoke. I said 70 for some reason. I meant 40.
Okay.
Okay, my bad, DC. Anybody?
No,
anybody, man. He talking about you gonna stick your foot in your mouth one time.
Say that again, DC.
Shut up.
That is completely psychotic.
All right, go ahead, Lex.
For you, it'll be a Bigfoot.
Okay, I hear you, DC. Thank you. All right, Lex, that ain't hit how you thought it was gonna hit. But Lex, go ahead. What you were saying? Go ahead.
I was hoping you had that timing ready.
Oh, that's right. Hold on, Lex.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Lex, I'm ready for you. When you're ready, go ahead.
It's because they had the secret contract.
I love sound effects, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. We love the sound effects.
Man, that was a great idea, Big DC. You know what I'm saying? Sure.
That's fire.
Hey, so we're gonna open up the stream, man. Strict cutoff time, 10:15. We got brother Stacy, much love to him, brother Don, much love, and Jay Black is in the building. So we're gonna bring everybody in, man. Y'all welcome in tonight, man. Welcome into the stream. How y'all doing tonight?
Got the fam up in here on a big Sunday too.
Mm-hmm. What's up, y'all?
Good, brothers. How y'all doing?
How
you doing? I'm good. Like I was just thinking like that suspension was because what he been saying in the press, and you even think about it, his last press before he miraculously got hurt. You know what I mean? The phantom injury that came out of nowhere, that was a cryptic presser. You remember that guy? It was like the timeline was he was supposed to get hurt and he missed the game. He stayed at home. The injury told him to stay at home.
Yeah,
they told him to stay at home.
Talking about per doctor's orders.
Yeah, per doctor's orders.
Like,
and then
what the hell is that? Per doctor's orders.
And then the next game, he plays in the game, and then we don't see him again. And we don't see him for 2 months for a hamstring. I know NFL players don't be out for 2 months for a hamstring.
Yeah, that was a long time.
Go right in the Superdome and look at Rashid Shaheed. He get hamstrings all the time.
Right. And then all of it's lining up to the point where the divorce is happening, bro. It's like they at war with each other between him, Brandon, and the front office. It just seems like it. I'm saying it. I want the man to have fun again, bro. I think he value fun over business, and I want him to have fun again.
You think he needs to be trying to push Willie Green or David Griffin out of here instead of leaving?
Yeah, I think it's a war between that. It's they go or I go. I really do. I mean, we talked about this last week. We talked about it last week, and I got some pushback for even saying the things that I said about about him. I'm ready for him to go for his own sake and his career's sake.
Hmm.
But it's a week later, and all this is going on. So I mean, it seemed like everything falling in line. I know I'd be saying some, foreseeing outlandish, crazy stuff or whatever. It may seem crazy, but it's ahead of schedule or whatever. I know I'd be saying things like that, but it ends up coming to pass. Like if you read between the lines what the Pelicans got going on, a lot of this stuff comes to pass because they really don't know what they're doing. Their thought process is a narcissistic thought process. Even him getting suspended was narcissistic. You know, it really is. That whole suspension is a narcissistic
No,
thing, bro.
I
Like,
believe you. It's just funny.
Yeah.
I
Who
mean,
who
you
who,
know,
who who's the narcissist?
the narcissist is David Griffin saying, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want you, but I don't want nobody else to have you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like he's holding them hostage
That
in a
that's
sense.
that's that's a bad relationship. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
It
get
is.
divorced over things like that or bad breakups. Like people go through that in college or whatever when they dating or I'm saying your teenage years and stuff like that. Or you dating a narcissist or whatever. And it's the same thing in this business. So where's that coming from? Y'all hear that?
Big Q.
That's big Q.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's Big Q.
Okay.
Talk about clickety clack,
Okay.
Joe.
No, I had to ask that because last week we had the whole sound thing and I was blamed for it. I know it wasn't me. I know it wasn't me.
Who blamed
Anyways,
you? I think I kept
you
blaming my
what?
man. I kept blaming my man
Anybody?
Slipshod. Huh?
It was him. It was his
Nah,
doggone.
nah.
It was his headphone.
It was everybody thing because my shit was doing the same thing.
Yeah, you had to go
No,
back out and come. Yeah, yours was
I
doing it. You
logged
had to
out.
go back and come back in
I
though. That's
logged.
what.
I logged
It was
out and started
glitching.
watching the panel on YouTube, and I was still hearing it. I was still
Yeah, that's
hearing.
what I'm
I changed
saying.
headphones and everything.
Yeah, but it
Everybody stuff was doing the
happened to
same
more
thing.
than one person though, bro. It wasn't just
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It was,
it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But yeah, it's basically like a bad relationship. I don't want you, but I don't want nobody else to have you. I'm gonna put your name out there bad. I'm never gonna defend you. I'm never gonna defend you. I'm gonna defend a coach that don't have no business coaching. Like this man is
Yeah.
an awful coach, bro. Like every single night I
Mhm.
see something different, and it's awful. Like I was talking about it during the chat. That Timberwolves game.
Say Q.
I was talking about it.
Speak that, Stacy.
Like,
Coming to
bro,
America,
like
free and awful, bro. You
so
got it.
so that Timberwolves game, right?
Sexy with
So
Chosen.
we have a chance to take the lead. We have a chance to take the lead, right? We down 1 point because DeJounte had just stole the ball and we got the layup, and then they come down and miss, and then we get the ball for timeout and everything. Or I think they come down and they hit a free throw, and we get the ball for timeout. We get us in half court. I wanted to see who gonna touch that clipboard. This man had grabbed the clipboard, had the Sharpie in his hand, ignored James Borrego. I rewatched the game now. I rewatched the game because I wanted to show my brother. And I showed my brother. I said, Stet, before this whole play cut, my brother named Stet. Before this whole play started, if Zion touched the ball, where you want him? He said, up here. Why Zion touched the ball on the side of the court? And Lex been saying it since I've been coming around this podcast. She been saying it. Zion don't need to stand in the corner. He don't. The reason why is in basketball, when you're in the corner, the one person that's on you is not just the only defender. And then if you get doubled, that's not the only two defenders. The baselines are defenders too.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
The baseline
On
and then
each
the
side.
sideline. Right.
Yep.
So
That's three defenders.
and they ain't never missed a turnover. They ain't never they never missed a steal. It's the same thing in football. Like the sideline never missed a tackle. You push somebody out of bounds, you can't tackle him.
Right.
It's the same
Mm-hmm.
thing. So
Yep.
Zion is the person I don't want nowhere near the baseline. He's not agile like that. That's not Allen Iverson. That's not just any other speed guy that can come around that corner like that. That is, I want Zion in the middle because who could stop him like that? Who could
Yeah,
stop him?
going north and south.
Right. Like I'm about to get Derrick Henry the ball and give him 186. Like,
Speak
yeah,
that.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like we about to
The
186 ourselves into the
Ravens,
Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, feel that. Feel
But
that.
y'all
Yeah,
always
you know
bring
I
the
got
Ravens to the basketball court. Huh?
What?
Man, we got it.
What'd you say?
We got it,
Hey,
bro.
I say
we
y'all
just
always
say
bring the
facts.
Ravens to the basketball court.
Because they front
I
office
mean,
is top tier.
we
Nah,
said
they
Derrick.
good.
You
They're the
said Derrick
historic
Henry.
year.
He didn't say the
Historic year.
Ravens. He just said Derrick Henry. But that's what Derrick Henry does,
Yeah,
right?
that was
He did it in Tennessee, right?
that was
North and
crazy.
north and
300 yards
south.
rushing a playoff game. That's crazy.
What? He didn't do it in Tennessee.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, what?
All I heard was Ravens.
He
So like,
said
you know,
both of
that
y'all Ravens. Both of y'all Ravens.
I'm gonna say Ravens in, I'm gonna say Derrick Henry. It is what it is. Like, because that front office act a certain way. That front office act a certain way, and our front office and the Pelicans act a certain. I'm telling you, I'm bipolar about it. I'm bipolar about it, bro. Like how I can be so blessed to have that front office at the Baltimore Ravens, and then have this as my basketball. And
Yeah,
mind you, I'm
and
a Braves
I'm the
fan
same, and
too.
I'm the same with New England Patriots, bro. Night and day. Night and
Y'all
day.
even y'all even came out fired that man after 1 year. Came out and said,
Yep.
"Look, it was the
Gerard
hardest
Mayo got
thing
his
we
ass
ever
out of here.
did.
Yeah,
It was the hardest thing we ever did, but I
yeah.
got to go after Vrabel.
Because we
I
trying
got to
to
get
win,
Vrabel."
bro, and we care about the fans. Robert apologized and all that. He said we don't want to see our fans having trash bags over their heads. He
He
not
said
having
that?
that, bro. We trying to
The
win.
owner
Yes.
said that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Rob trying to do that shit, bro.
They threw shots. They threw shots at the
Break
Saints.
down.
What does that say about this? What does it say about the
Done. Break.
ownership?
God damn, man. Everybody looking
It
at New
says he.
Orleans and laughing at us right
It
now.
Yeah,
says he
bro.
won 8.
Go
It
franchise.
says he won 8 Super Bowls. How many been to? 9 or 10? How many Super Bowls y'all been to,
Wow.
Don? Even
Shit,
though
I
y'all
mean,
cheated in a
we've
whole
been
bunch of
to
them, but yeah.
we've been
Nah,
to
dang.
a bunch, but I mean, we got 6, I
Shade.
think. Yeah, I think Brady got
6.
7. I think Brady got
Brady got
7.
okay. He been to 8.
Okay.
He been to 8. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So yeah, bro.
So
Like this
so
shit is night and day,
go
bro.
ahead. You got the flow.
Yeah, nah,
You got
that
the
shit
flow,
is.
Don.
Yeah, nah, the shit is it's night and day. Like it's sad, it's pitiful. Like how you see this shit. Like we putting up with this shit every year. Like you got a winning organization like that. Like that's like, look, bro, this the standard. Like, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? We trying to win. It ain't no, I'm about to let you sit here and figure it out. Nah, bro, you can see. You know what I'm saying? It's a standard. We got to hold our players accountable. It's a standard. We got, you know what I'm saying? As much as, look, Jerome Mayo, he didn't even have a lot of talent. So what they could have did, they could have used that as an excuse for the public view to say, yeah,
Preach.
he ain't have a lot of talent. Okay, you know, we can add players, or you can really understand the reality of your situation and see how it is affecting the locker room. See how is he getting the best out of his players? Is he getting the best out of his team as a whole, game to game? You know what I'm saying? What's the culture like in the locker room? Like all that stuff matters. And I was the one was going to give him another year. I was going to say, just give him another year, but they didn't. And that was the Pelicans in me. It's like, give him another year. Just give him another year. But that made me realize, like, damn, man. Even my football team, after 1 year, dog, made a decision that was supposed to be made. It was supposed to be made. Wasn't, nah, we going to wait and see. Hurry up and wait like Lexxah. Nah, we're going to get it done, bro. Because we trying to win. And you can see an organization that's trying to win and when they not trying to win, bro. It be clear. But speaking on the
Pelicans ain't
Pelicans,
never
man,
trying to win.
like
Say,
speaking
Don,
Don,
Don, let me
I
ask
got
you
a question.
something.
I wanted to ask him a
I got a
question
question
before you
too.
forget.
Don, how many times did y'all go? How many times did y'all air out Gronk for half the stuff he did? How many times y'all air out Tom Brady or anybody like that? Any star player that y'all have had in the last 20 years? How many times did y'all air them out?
oh yeah, well, first of all, well, Brady, I mean, we was kind of in-house with our stuff though. So you didn't really hear too much about that unless the players start telling stories about it. But Bill
Hmm.
Belichick, he definitely held everybody accountable. You see Brady left. You know
Well,
what I'm
I'm asking about
saying?
comparing
Yeah.
to how they've handled Zion, comparing to how they
Right,
handled Zion.
right. It's a standard. It's a standard, bro. Like from the best player on the team to the last man on the roster. You know what I'm saying? And then it's mainly like the main star, like Zion would be Tom. That'll be Tom Brady. Like he held him accountable, bro. He was hard on him. He wasn't easy on him, and that set the tone for the whole team. You know, I'm set the tone for the whole team. And to be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if Brady becomes Brady without Bill. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because Bill definitely made sure he set a standard. He ain't coming there. He ain't baby Tom Brady or nothing. Like, nigga, you gonna earn it. You gonna earn it. And guess what? And next year, you gonna earn it again. And next year, you gonna earn it again. You see what I'm saying? Like, so he never, from the day Brady started to the last year he played with us, bro, he never was coddling Brady, bro. It was a standard, bro. He wanted to prove that when you come play with us, yeah, the same treatment from superstar to the last man that just got called up from the practice squad. You know what I'm saying? It's a standard. So, bro, like that's how it is, and we don't got that here. There's no accountability. We got fake accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's a mind game they playing, bro. It's like you said, back and forth game they got going on with Zion and all these other players. Because, bro, like all this accountability shit. Where's the accountability for Willie Green late game plans?
Real talk.
He's late in his game
Yeah,
plans. Let's talk about being
yeah.
Right.
great. You know what I'm saying? Where's
Shoot,
accountability for
Griff,
that?
where's his accountability?
Right. Where
Ain't
is
no
his
accountability.
accountability? So man,
They're gonna
it's
be
a
like,
lot.
that was different.
Yeah, it's a lot of faking, man. But anyway, man. We're never gonna be them type of organizations until we get a new, I guess, owner or something. So, but I ain't even gonna talk about that
Hold
no
that
more.
thought.
But
Hold that thought, Brian.
yeah,
He
go ahead.
got Zion up there. He got Zion up on.
Go ahead.
Effort-wise, what did you like that you guys were able to do tonight? Especially being in there until the last play.
We competed, even when they went on their runs. We didn't let it affect us, and we stayed in the game and we stuck to who we are.
Defensively, it seemed like you had kind of turned it up on that. And what did you kind of feel on that side of the ball tonight?
Essentially, what every other team does to us, or what they do to us, physical.
Okay.
If the ref won't let me play, I'm continue to be physical.
Is that been a point for you, or will be a point for you, kind of going forward to kind of the teams are playing physical, so let's kind of match that.
Absolutely. The team's gonna be physical with us. Be all over us. Then I don't see why we can't do it.
Trey, another 30-point game tonight. He's kind of really been kind of finding his stride. What have you seen from him, just in his growth, especially this season?
He's definitely taken a big step in leadership on the court, and vocally. And like you said, each game he continues to get better, and he looks real comfortable out there, even whether the game's close, whether we're down, whether it's a big shot, he just looks comfortable out there.
Go ahead. Zion, coach said pregame that this stretch coming back for you this year after building off of last year would be kind of pivotal in the shape of your career. What does that word mean to you, and how are you envisioning kind of goals going forward the rest of this season individually?
I just want to play.
Individually, all I can do is go out there, compete, be there for my teammates, and have fun. Continue to build on the defensive end. Offensively, I know I'm gonna find my stride, but just continue to grow as a player.
In terms of reliability,
How about go win? How about that?
Yes, sir. Just growing as a
I
leader.
tell Willie Green get fired, Q.
Yeah, let's go win.
After
Hell.
Willie Green get fired.
But X's and O's has a whole lot to do
This
with
is my
that.
job. They were holding me accountable. All I can do is just be better. I mean, there are actions. There are consequences for actions, and that was my consequence.
How you all hold it?
Being a star in the NBA is consistency. How have you learned over the years, what the responsibility of that is when you get to this level?
There's a lot of things you do on the court, off the court, and when nobody's watching. Just continue to grow as a leader there, and just on the court and off the court. That's all I can do.
And tonight, they're a teams that are really physical with them. Sometimes it kind of gets them out of their rhythm. What did you try to do tonight to bring that
Just be super aggressive on the defensive end. Try to get them out of their sets because they're a great offensive team. They didn't win the championship for no reason. So, only thing I can do is just get them out of their rhythm.
At the very end there, you guys almost won it. Like you walked off. You looked kind of frustrated with the way the team ended. So what were you feeling?
I mean, winning in the NBA isn't easy. And when it comes to losing, personally, I'm never going to be okay with that. Despite what people say, I'm never going to be okay with that.
Whoa. Y'all caught that, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, DC.
Despite what people say,
Yeah.
I'm never going to be okay with that. So somebody,
Ooh, what does that sound like?
It's saying, Zion, we need
Willie
to lose.
Never gonna be
Griffin. Hey, I'm telling you. Anybody who's a
Shout
true
out to
competitor,
Zion. He
is
getting
a
smart.
winner.
He getting smarter with them comments, so they don't suspend him again.
Winning in the NBA isn't easy.
He looked in the camera too, didn't he?
Yeah,
Hey,
he let us know they
that was
losing, man.
beautiful.
They
Because
losing
nobody's
on
trying to
purpose.
lose. Who wants to be dialed into losing?
I mean, winning in the NBA isn't easy. And when it comes to losing, personally, I'm never gonna be okay with that. Despite what people say, I'm never gonna be okay with that.
He would have said, despite what people say about me. He would have said if he was talking about despite what people say about me, about him, he would have said about me. He said despite what people say.
Play it one more time, Q.
I feel that, man. I feel that. Don't be okay with losing, man. That's not cool.
But like this what I wanted to really, finish talking about while I had the chance. Like man, like Willie Green, man. I hate repeating the same shit over and over again. It really is annoying.
He loves repeating stuff.
You're a robot.
But no. I said I hate repeat myself about the same thing that we already know about this team. Like, you know what I'm saying, about Willie Green bad coaching and all that. Like, I'm getting tired of him. Like, he's really an idiot. Like, bro, like at the end of the game, like, first of all, the rotations and stuff like that is weird. Cause I'm in the middle, like Lex pointed out one time, like when Herb Jones and I guess somebody else had came back and they made an exception for their minute restriction and they played them over the amount of minutes that they were told that they were going to play
Herb
at first.
and Brandon.
Right. So they made an exception for it. So but there's no exception for the night when we're having a good game against the Boston Celtics. A great momentum chance to take advantage of a game that can shift the season possibly. You know what I'm saying? In a way.
I hate
but
to sound like a Willie Green defender, but both of them dudes hurt, bro.
Keep defending them, man.
No. I'm just saying Brandon Ingram and Herb Jones are hurt.
Yeah.
No,
but
he was saying
they are hurt now. Yeah.
No, they came back and they disregarded the minutes restrictions. And
they hurt again. Yeah.
But DC though, but you don't be on minute
don't make no
restriction
sense,
that long,
bro.
They was on you're not on minute restriction that long. You only on minute restriction like the first 2-3 games, and then normally they let you go after that. You know what I'm saying? So they got hurt way after that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really had nothing to do with that, bro.
B.I. really ain't played that many games. I'm with you on Hurt.
Yeah, but
Trey Murphy just came back today, and he wasn't on no minute restriction.
Right, exactly. There you go. That's another.
How many minutes he played?
But anyway,
39 minutes.
Yeah.
39
anyway,
minutes.
so we obviously see it's a lot of bull jive going on, man. It's a lot of lying going on. It's ridiculous. It's depressing. It make you want to go approach somebody. It's like, what's going on in here? Like what the? It's like a bunch of kids in the room doing something. You just want to bust down the door. Like, the hell is going on in here, man? What the hell is going on? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because it's ridiculous, bro. And then let's talk about the last minutes of the game and the last seconds of the game. Misi's coming out the game, and he puts Tyson. Some people might say, "Oh yeah, he's trying to put the lineup in that spaces the floor, get Zion more creative." Man, look here. Messi did a great job. Him and Zion was having good chemistry on the screens being set, rolling. He was good on that. Besides that, Messi's a great offensive rebounder. We needed offensive
best offensive
rebound.
rebound off.
Okay. Not only
He's
that,
the best offensive rebound off.
we need defense. And guess what? Okay, Willie, you didn't put okay, Willie, you didn't put him in with the last couple of minutes. You didn't put him in the last couple of minutes, right? And I know why, because like I said, your brain is very limited. So you thought, okay, let me start spacing the floor. So now your brain is shown that is, and then your brain is shown that it's really limited, because now when it's 6 seconds and the situation in the game changes again, you didn't know to make the adjustment again like you did with Tice coming out and taking Messi out. You're supposed to put Messi in again because the situation called for Messi. Why? Because on the last second like that, you need offensive rebounders to clean up. To clean up on the last second shot like that, you need people to crash and put it back. And we have a great offensive rebounder, a guy with athleticism, or you could have gave the ball, find a way to screen, get Z open, and then had Messi like on the corner, like near the baseline and stuff, about to come down. You probably threw him an alley, or you could have just spotted right there, came up and with a dunk or something. You know what I'm saying? It would have probably been because Z would have drew all the attention. You know what I'm saying?
Coach, though, bro.
It would have probably been wide open.
He ain't got no imagination, y'all. He ain't got no imagination.
You know what I'm saying? And that is terrible, dog. And then at that, why is Zion not getting the ball? Dog, so Giannis is not going to get the ball at the last second of the game? Is Anthony Edwards not going to like come on, bro? And I don't want to hear nothing about the world. Z now, he don't have no shot or
tell that to Shaq, huh?
Yeah. You hear me?
Point.
Yeah, like you hear me, like bro, he has a feel for the game, bro. But it's a lot of shooters in this league, bro. They can't hit that last shot, bro. They might shoot better than Z, but when it comes down to that last shot, it's about the feel. You hear what I'm saying? It's about you not even almost not having a conscience, bro.
Not everybody.
In the will, bro. You gotta have a will, and Z got it, bro. Since Duke, bro. Come on, bro. Look at it. March Madness, all that. He been clutch. When it's time to win, Z shows up. Z shows up, bro. And guess what? He shoots the easiest shot you have on the court, bro. He's going in the paint, bro. He does that. He's the one that do that. The high efficiency shot right near the paint, bro. Right near the paint. He does that. So if Z would have came down, you would have found a way to get him the ball. So he probably would have ended this with dunking on somebody's head.
And he's trying to lose.
Real talk.
And it's clear, and that's why this stuff is frustrating. Because, like you said, when you come, like it's night and day.
Welcome to the party.
It's night and day.
Did we lose the third quarter again? We lost the third quarter again.
But we lost every time. Every time we took Zion off the court, that's when we lost. Every time we took him up, and we want to put him back in when we down and get close again. We don't never have him to keep his rhythm going and growing throughout the game. We don't let none of that happen, bro. We just take him
There's
out.
a lot of hiatus in his rotational minutes. He doesn't have time to get into a rhythm.
And this organization is sick, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, because it's driving us crazy. It's driving us crazy,
bro. I watched the game through the Boston. I watched the game through the Boston podcast, the Boston broadcast, and they were speaking so positive of our players. They were speaking so positive. They were salivating looking at our players like if they would have had a chance to get Zion or DeJounte or anything like that.
Because they know what to do with them. They know what to do.
Yes, and man, and when I want to say this too, man, shout out to Trey Murphy, dog. Can we, Big Q, can we get some hand claps for Trey Murphy?
Trey Ball,
man. Seriously, man. He's been working on his game, and you know what I'm proud of. You know what I pay attention to? Players that
opportunity.
And also players that especially playing with the Pelicans. I pay attention to when people score. Are they sitting there smiling, or are they still locked in when they get a bucket and act like nothing happened and on to the next play? That's what I want to see, and I seen that tonight. Every bucket Trey got, I ain't seen no smile on his face. He got that like, yeah, I'm locked in. I'm on to the next thing. You hear what I'm saying? Like I love that. That's what you need, Slim. On to
That's
the
a
next
whole nother
thing.
level.
Like you on a mission, bro. And I appreciate that. Like, a lot of people didn't think Trey had that in him. You know what I'm saying? I guess the type of personality is and stuff like that.
He
But
just
bro,
needed opportunity.
bro, exactly, bro. He's showing it, bro. And I'm talking about, I mean, dog, he getting the bag. So all that, yeah, he getting the feel for this game and he getting the bag. And bro, I'm telling y'all, man, this dude, he on to something. Like the way he doing things, I mean, nobody expected him to do, man. I'm talking about like he's literally getting thrown out of position and creating something else. He's doing that type of stuff. The defense is really pressuring him, and he's getting out of it. And he's understanding angles and all that stuff now. You can see it. Oh, he coming out. Oh, I got him. I know what to do. I know how to attack his feet. Al Horford. Oh, yeah, let me take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Those the details of the game that makes people become all-stars. That's why James Harden and all them dudes can do so many things. Not so much of that they quicker and faster all the time. They just understand the science of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They understand the mathematics and science of what's going on, angles and how to adjust and position and all that stuff.
Trey put himself around people like that, Paul George's and all of that.
That's true.
He goes in the off season and he go play with the
too.
dudes, man.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Does.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I hear a lot of I hear a lot of positives. But if we got all this scoring and all this, why we ain't winning?
Come on, Jay Black. What you
coaching.
talking
Jay Black, I'm gonna give you one example. I'm gonna give you one example, bro.
Positively heard other than Trey Murphy.
This one I know it was off the rails. It was the second quarter, right?
Throw this shit off the rail. Way to win that, man.
DeJounte scored 17 points in the first quarter, a career high, right?
Ooh.
And we go into the second quarter, right? He gets subbed out. I don't think DeJounte came back in the game till the 5-minute mark. I said,
his rotation.
We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose.
He didn't. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't.
He's having a career night. Willie set him down for 6 minutes of game time.
He said Zion for two long too.
That's crazy.
The man hit his first 5 threes, dog. His first 5 shots at three, he hit them all.
He hit 6. It was 6.
He went 6 for 7.
He hit his
He
first
hit
6
5
shots.
in
He
a
hit
row.
4 threes. Willie set him down and froze him out. And then we had the lead. Willie watched the lead dwindle. So you know how most coaches like the lead will get close to taking the lead.
Yeah, you don't talk timeout.
He waited till they took the lead and then he called the timeout.
I love him, man. Willie, my guy. Willie, I'm loving Willie more and more, man.
Jay Black, we ain't got nothing to worry about.
I ain't got nothing. Listen, man. But now, if y'all had to, how would you substitute? Like, when would you take a guy out? When would you take?
What are you talking about?
Anybody. DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray had it going. DeJounte Murray had it going. When would y'all advise them to take him out, or just let him play until he just cool off? How would you run it?
If he's high, you got to keep him rolling.
A lot of times,
he's the type of. Go ahead, Lex. My bad.
It takes a while for guys to get acclimated into the game. The last thing that you definitely don't want to do is to pull a guy when he's hot. Like you have to learn that you gotta make changes. Stop sticking to a script and have a feel for the game. Like one thing that I really have a problem with is like obviously, Zion's out there, right? Yeah. I have always asked the question, on both teams, why is Zion the first starter to come out the game? Like and now he's moved up like his rotations as far as taking him out at 7 minutes and 28 seconds. Like, dog, that makes absolutely, how can you get into a rhythm? If you look at starters from any other team or even this team, not named Zion, they're in the game for like more than like at least about like 7 minutes.
Unless they're in foul
Sometimes,
trouble.
huh?
Unless they're in foul trouble.
Yeah, but Zion only had one foul.
No,
Trey
no, I
Murphy had
said that. I was agreeing with you. Unless
yeah.
like a Herb get 2 early fouls, he usually get early fouls because he's defending the best player, or somebody like the center, like Eve Meese get early fouls that come out. But Zion usually is the first sub. Yeah.
Yeah, and guess what? Trey Murphy got 2 fouls before Zion was taken out. Why didn't you take Trey out? Zion only had 1.
I'm not Willie Green. Listen, I don't care.
No.
But
I'm just saying rhetorical.
but I could answer why they take Zion out. They said it previously, some time ago. They want him to play with the backup guys to elevate the backup unit, because their backup unit usually, well, it looked like it's weaker than it ever been now. Because last year they was a stronger, but this year they want them to play with the backup guys a lot more.
So he can get hurt. So he can get hurt. I know.
No, that's no. He gets hurt regardless. So we don't know when he gets hurt. He gets hurt a lot of times. So it ain't just
everybody get hurt. You see that?
No.
Why you think that is?
No. Because this no motherfucking
because everybody trying to play hero because Willie Green ain't putting nobody in position.
Nah. Because I said that before, because they don't work out like they used to. They don't do 2 a days. They don't do none of that shit no more. They don't do none of that shit no more.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Our whole team hurt.
They don't do none of that. They don't do none of that. But other teams do it. They kind of follow the script. Like, I ain't gonna work out extra, like involuntary like workouts. They don't do none of that. It don't seem like it, because they try to go from 0 to 100. They try to get in the game and do explosive movements when your body ain't warmed up or nothing. You gotta get in shape. Your body gotta get in shape. They try to play themselves in shape and do like personal training workouts in the off season, then come into a real live shit and get hurt.
So if is it the players, or is it the
it's always management, man. It's management first before you go to players. It's management.
Right, because I'm about to say, because that's like their investment. The players is their investment, so it's like you should be taking care of them. Make sure you got everything managed. You know what I'm saying? Being managed right. So
now if you got, like, let's say now y'all said accountability. Who holds the VP accountable?
Supposed to be the owner.
Or the president. Then we got this, or the president. I don't know who the president is. Or the president.
They each other.
So then it got to be the owner. Then there's supposed to be some. There's going to be some arrows going that way next, because.
God.
Because
we hold them accountable, bro. We hold them accountable. That's the support group. We hold them accountable.
You know, boy, that's who hold them accountable. Only us.
Yeah,
we got to really. I know
and our voices don't mean
nothing. I know it's laughed at. It do. If we start going at them on Twitter and Facebook and social media, we start going ham on them. It seems like they listen to this. It seems like they listen to PPR, bro. It seems like they do listen.
Some people.
It seems like they do. Because like the last game, it was like they didn't have. It was Friday night, and we didn't get a post game, you know what I'm saying, response from Willie. But we did get, like, they dropped in social media, they dropped what he said in the locker room. So they wanted to like lift up Willie's status, but didn't want him to talk no more.
No, you can't lift his status. You can't lift up Willie.
Right. I'm not saying that's what you're supposed to do. I'm saying that's what they seem like they did. Because you couldn't find a post-game presser. You couldn't find a post-game presser after the game. After the game, you couldn't find a post-game presser. I even went to the Pelicans website to look for it, and I couldn't find it. All I could find is 16 seconds of Willie talking about how good the game was to his team in the locker room, which is something I've never seen before.
So I haven't seen that. So do you think Zion was responding to us saying, "Oh well, it was just me and goddamn, I can't even think of your name." I can't think of your name right now. Yeah, DC saying we need to tank.
No.
We talking about tanking, bro.
But yeah, I mean,
Zion ain't responding to Zion ain't responding to us. I'm talking about them folks in the front office.
I thought you were saying that. I was like, damn, man.
Well, I feel. I mean,
Zion ain't getting on
us as fans and supporters. I think he is responding
Zion,
to
if you
it.
got a burner account, come on PPR. We're asking for you to come on and tell your side of the story. Come on, we'll open it up for you. Come on, bro. Anybody in the Pelicans organization, come and tell your side of the story. That's all.
But well, me, I'm still with the, I'm with the tanking. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But I'm loving that Willie's here because we gonna keep losing. Yeah. It's gonna look amazing, man. Keep losing, man. I don't know what the.
We can have the best of both worlds, bro.
We gonna lose a lot of games, and we gonna win games we don't supposed to win. Like it's gonna be a game that we gonna look. Huh?
I got a question for you. I got a question for y'all. Everybody that's on that side about the tanking side. What happens when a team that makes the play-in gets the number 1 pick or the number 2 pick or the number 3 pick? Do you understand that can happen, right?
Can you show me where that happened?
A lottery team, listen, there's 20 teams that are going to make the playoffs if you include the play-in. 20 teams.
Okay.
The lottery has 14 picks.
Mm-hmm.
So that means, if I'm counting right, 16, or no, yeah, 4 teams. 4 teams that, hold on. Help me out right here. Somebody help me with that.
I don't know what math you're doing. I can't help you out there. You on your own right this one. I don't know what you're doing.
Houston got the 3rd pick last year, so I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
They're not gonna give no team in the play in the number 1 pick. I guarantee you that.
Just because you make the play-in does not mean that you're gonna make the playoffs.
Well, I thought it was you can get like people with the least amount of wins. They can't go
lottery.
Lower than 7.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
The lottery.
It's usually like 5th, 7th, or 5th, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, 5th.
Okay.
You can't really go lower than that. So
I best bet is to trade. I best bet is to trade C.J. McCollum for a pick or Brandon Ingram for a pick to get multiple picks in the top 10.
We can't do just for a pick.
We don't need to just get one player.
The only team that we could trade that could get us as a pick and could take that salary on is probably like Boston. No, not Boston. Brooklyn. Brooklyn Nets. OKC can't even take our contract.
Yes,
not
they can.
34 million. Huh?
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They can take on. They can take it. OKC can take on any superstar right now. They can.
I don't want
because the first apron is 178. The first apron is 178. The second apron.
Why would they go in that first apron?
I don't want help.
Hold on. Let me explain to you real fast.
Whether we help them or not, BQ, they still gonna do their thing because they're well
organized. If it ain't Brandon Ingram, it's somebody else. If it ain't Brandon Ingram, somebody else. I'm gonna tell you what OKC does it. OKC keeps on getting.
We help anybody and everybody else.
The only teams that's beating OKC right now are teams with Giannis, the Knicks, who got their superstars, Cat and all that. They any team that got like a supernova, a superstar, has been destroying OKC. Any team that got hype has been beating OKC. Other than that, OKC is destroying people.
So
they go after a superstar.
For BI with Williams,
we need their picks. We need their picks.
$50 million. I just don't see OKC getting.
I don't see nothing.
No. OKC. They last year OKC rented Gordon Hayward. They rented him. They rented Gordon Hayward last year.
He was on his last leg.
What are you saying, CJ?
It don't.
CJ?
No, look,
CJ?
Gordon Hayward. No, hold on. Listen, they rented Gordon Hayward last year. That's not what I'm saying. they rented Gordon Hayward last year. He made $36 million. That's the same amount as Brandon make. That's less than what that's more than what CJ make. Either way it goes, they just rented Gordon Hayward, right? They could rent Brandon Ingram and just let him walk and get a championship out of him. You understand what I'm saying?
What do they get in return? What do we get in return?
They got multiple. They have multiple first. They have multiple first round draft picks. They got 4 first rounders this year. They turn around and have 4 again the next year. You can pull it up. They got.
Yeah, they not. I don't hear. I hear you, but I don't hear you. They salary cap is at 140 million. What's the salary cap? What's the?
No. The apron is 188. All right, the apron is 188. The second apron is 188. Right.
No, what about the
They're
first?
Not even close to. The first apron is 178. They're not even close. They're not even close to it. I'm talking about they got players like Isaiah Joe making 10 million. They got players like Aaron Wiggins.
Yeah, Sam Presti ain't doing that.
Sam Presti is not doing that. They're a real organization.
Well, I would.
I feel you.
I never heard them do no move like that.
This is what I'm
That's
saying.
what you thinking. If you saying get CJ for first round pick, a first round pick and what else?
They gotta do something with the draft picks, though, man. They can't draft all the people.
For who? Yes, they can't draft all the people. How you can't keep all the people and you can't draft all the people.
But that's a good problem to have. That's their problem. That's a great problem.
And we need to be the one. We need to be the one talking to them. We need to be talking to Brooklyn. Anybody that got them multiple first rounders, we need to be hollering.
We don't know who we don't know who they talking to. Honestly, do we know who they talking to?
They gonna execute.
There ain't no reports coming out.
At the end of the deadline, just like everybody else do, man.
Yeah. You
know, the last 2 days of this is when it get crazy.
Yeah, the only thing they said is they going to trade BI. That's it. That's all they said.
He's so incompetent. I see why everybody
said that.
They said he's on the trading block. That's the number one priority. They said Brandon Ingram is the number one priority.
What about Michael Porter Jr.? What happened with that talk?
That shit must have died.
They winning. They winning. They winning. Like they're winning.
Playing good too.
Yeah, they
winning.
Starting lineup.
But that could change too as he get. That could be motion for him to power up for the trade deadline. It's better to be tradable. But hey, we right at the 9:45 minute mark. We're gonna go to 10:15. That's the final cutoff. We got a couple of brothers that hadn't said anything yet. Slim and Corey, man, y'all feel free to chime in y'all thoughts before we get to that.
Go ahead, Slim.
Man, all I gotta say is we 8-32. Fire Willie, get rid of Griff. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
This is my question.
I'd rather keep everything, all the players we got, and fire Willie before getting rid of our players. I can say that much. We got good players. We got good players, but the coaching is trash. The front office is trash. Gail Benson, she need to wake up and do something. And stop buying all those $20 nachos. That's all I gotta say.
$20? I thought they were $30.
Oh shit!
They went up.
Shit.
Well, my cousin's a season ticket holder. They 20 something up in there.
They
20 plus.
Yeah.
And 20% tax. You got an extra tax on the smoothie.
Extra tax on the nachos. That's all I gotta say though, man. It's time for a change.
So this is my question. We want Willie Green gone, but he might play out the rest of the season. How do you know James Borrego is the right coach for the team without
he
him
would just be the interim?
Yeah, but if he leaves, let's just say they fire Willie. Is James their top priority? Or are we going to find a new coach? We're going to change the whole coaching staff. Like, how do y'all see that playing out?
Most likely the interim until the year is over, evaluation, and if he do good, he stays. You can make him long term. You make him a 3-year contract. Or if he fails, now you could go and search for the replacement. That's why you want
Corey, we need
to fire Willie as soon as possible. Well, not as soon as possible. Let him keep losing, and then fire him and
What that is?
after the trade deadline.
Yeah, we know why you said that, Jay Black.
What?
$20-some nachos
Man,
in
you
there.
don't want to fire him too
Call them
fast, though.
nachos, Q.
You don't want to fire him too fast.
That's not
'Cause
that
if
cheap.
we turn it around, then yeah, we're gonna turn it around with a different coach.
Go ahead. What you got?
Corey, we need to clean house.
Wait. Yeah, y'all see how the Kings are playing, right?
That's from 2020.
We need to clean house. We need to clean out. Everybody in that front office needs to get fired.
That's how you do.
Everybody in the whole
Gotta get
staff need to be fired.
recession price.
You gotta clean house.
We can't. That can't happen though.
Is that a bad idea?
Dog, get that failure stink off of us.
49 win price.
Get the failure stink off of us. We got to
What was
get
the question you
everybody
had?
in the whole.
Is it a bad idea if we can't get a trade for Brandon? It's okay to let him walk. Y'all cool with that?
No.
And just clear the books. If you can't get nothing from him,
You gotta get
No,
something.
the books don't clear.
Might be because get tradable salary. You got to get
The books
something.
don't clear.
Front office will be cool with that.
The books don't clear it because what happens is the reason why one of the two reasons why we got to get rid of Brandon Ingram is because next year Trey Murphy jumps from $5 million to $25 million. So the books doesn't never clear. It does, like, you know what I'm saying? It jumped from 5 to 25.
Man.
So how do they do
next year he's gonna make 25 million.
But don't the salary cap jump too? The salary cap jumps next year too.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
How they did with?
Can't play
how did they do it with Valanciunas though? How did they get rid of Valanciunas?
They let him walk and then sign and trade him.
He walked.
No,
you let him walk.
He just walked Jay Black because that second round pick don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. So they let him walk. They just let him walk. They didn't get nothing for him.
They did salary. They got salary relief when they traded them too.
I would love to trade Brandon, but I'm just
have
thinking about
relief?
worst case scenario.
They don't have no relief right now.
That relief runs out. That relief runs out. They traded.
That's how they signed. That's how they signed a bunch of players. They had to. That's how they. Yeah, that's how they got that. Them G leaguers, like they wouldn't have got none of them guys.
We have a whole bunch of mid-level.
They was trying to stay under that second apron, man.
So
I know they hit that second apron, it's over. All these trading shit.
If Willie's fired, how does the perception of Willie Green looks to the league?
He can never get a job again.
Nah,
that's like coach number.
You say how does it look from the league?
Never get a job again.
Coach.
Willie Green?
But he,
Willie Green.
No, not Willie.
Never get a job again.
David Griffin.
Find some other narcissist like David Griffin that'll hire him.
Somebody hire him. Somebody hire him. So they because the narrative
in that job interview, I'm gonna look at the tape and I'm gonna see like this how bad he has messed up his own reputation for being this coach. That's the 8 and 32 with this team. It ain't just because he's such a bad coach. He's 8 and 32 with this team. This is a good roster.
No, they gonna say they gonna say they already had their hurt narrative. They gonna say a lot of the injuries, like they spinning it now, saying that it was a lot of injuries.
Even with
he's getting a raw deal. He didn't have his number one guy. He didn't have his number one. Like they didn't play.
And I'm gonna turn on the tape. And I'm gonna watch. They ain't doing nothing with what he had. They ain't doing nothing. Like the whole interest. Go ahead, Corey.
Do you think David Griffin is scared that Zion's gonna pull a LeBron?
Hell yeah!
LeBron took over the
From day one. From day one. That's why he treated Zion the way he treated Zion is because the way LeBron treated him.
Yeah, PTSD. Yeah, so Zion's reaping the.
Well, you know what they say about things you feel.
Yeah, then he needs to go, man. If this is true, man, he needs to go. Then, but you can't. They ain't gonna fire David Griffin.
He still need to go. Even if it ain't
Octopus
true,
is the problem.
He need to go. Period.
Yeah. They ain't gonna get rid of him. No.
He gotta go, bro.
I just want to see a young coach.
And I want
we get a good coach and win some
I
playoff games.
mean,
We ain't winning enough.
how many? I got a
Corey, I
question.
want
How
Miss
many
Benson.
coaches? How many coaches
Corey,
that Griff hired since he been here?
I want to see her sell the
3.
team. She need to sell the team. She needs to sell the team.
I thought it was
3.
Yep, it's been 3.
Three
Average
coaches in
Gentry
what,
was
like
under
6
him.
years, something like that.
Yeah,
no,
because
yeah,
the
he
thing
fired
is,
him.
when he
Oh yeah, he fired him.
when Griff came in, he should have fired Gentry. He didn't.
Okay.
So Gentry is under his regime. Usually, when a VP comes in, they basically clean house. He didn't do that. He just kept Gentry. So the fact that he kept Gentry, hey man, that that's 3 coaches, 3 different coaches that you've had since you've been here, which means a lack of stability.
Damn.
If y'all could pick a coach, who would y'all pick besides James?
Budenholzer. Bud.
I don't like
What
Bud,
about
man. I don't like his
Sam
defense. I
Cassell?
don't like his defensive philosophy.
Sam Cassell.
Man,
I don't like
Bud
it.
is an excellent choice, man. He has Zion. I mean, Giannis, which probably be the closest thing to Zion. I think that would make a lot of sense.
I don't
And
know.
then Bud got a whole bunch of head coaches in the NBA right now too. Some of his assistants are head coaches now.
Yeah.
What about Jody Meeks?
Jody,
Jody Meeks.
No.
Hey, I
What the
just
squad are
see
doing
what
right now?
OKC doing. I just see what
Meeks.
OKC.
No.
Jody.
I mean, you could have said Sam Cassell or somebody.
Well,
you know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
Cassell. I like Sam Cassell, but I just look at
I
you
asked
say Willie
myself
like
that.
his hands on everything. You got to be like the right coach. Ain't gonna want
Man,
Bud. Ain't gonna
bring
want.
you
Ain't
could
gonna
bring me
want
Rondo.
I
Griff
charge for
telling
Houston
him
right now.
what coach
Bring
he
me.
I
can
charge
have,
for
what coach
Houston.
he could this type of coaches. A lot of coaches ain't going for that.
You could bring me Rajon
Yeah.
Rondo.
Well, that's what the problem is because he's offering crumbs. That's why he ran all the quality coaches away. The only person who was willing to accept the crumbs was Willie Green because he really wanted to be a coach. He wanted to pick his assistant coaches, and he wanted to provide what the philosophy was going to be. Now that's crazy. As a coach, that is disrespectful.
That is
Like,
completely
you gonna
psychotic.
tell me? You're telling me how you want me to coach my team, and you're going to choose my coaching staff? Dog, you are high as I don't know what. That's crazy. And nobody was going for that. That's why you lost Jacques Vaughn. That's why you didn't have a chance with Mosley. No quality coach was going for that.
That's
And
what
so you basically you like to just to have a loser mentality in the interview process where you're offering crumbs, you're not offering a lot of money. You want to give the head coach the coaching philosophy, and you want to choose the coaches, tell them, hey, you got to keep this staff. That's not a winning situation. That's basically you're being set up for failure in the long run. And that
Facts.
basically what Griff did. And Willie is done behind. He accepted that stuff. You're putting yourself in a bind. You're basically allowing that person to control anything and everything that you do. And look at Willie. Willie's a stunt man. He ain't standing up for himself. The dude is just trying to keep his job. And apparently they had the secret contract. Hey, that was your cue, Big Q. Come on, man. Where you at?
He fell asleep.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that they had that secret contract, we still don't know the details of that contract. And that could actually play a role in why Willie is still here.
Because he cried when they gave him the job.
Guess what? When Big Q,
That's spoon toes. That's spoon toes.
My bad. I thought DC was about to start talking. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just asked Lexxah if she thought Willie cried when they gave him the job. I was just curious.
He probably did, just like he cried and had Monty Williams wipe his tears and stuff. That was so zesty and stuff. But we won't go. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, goodness.
What?
I was trying to make a point.
Keep making it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he
can't
won't be able
doing
to
all
get a
them
good coach.
whatchamacallit. Yeah,
He
that's
won't
what I'm
be able to
saying.
get a good coach. He's gonna do all that.
Because the thing is, what happened when Griff let Gentry go, again, owed money. Then you had a breach of contract with Stan Van Gundy. You owed him money.
Yeah.
And see, the thing is, Gail Benson doesn't want to what? Owe Willie Green money if you fire him now, depending on the contents of that contract. So it's like, he's really financially, Griffin has really put this team in a bind, because the thing is, all his mistakes financially, it's basically it's rolling over to the future. As far as the direction of the team, you can't get a quality coach because you're too cheap. And guess what? If you're being too cheap, what makes you think a quality coach is going to come here and you're being cheap? You're cheap. You're cheap in your mentality. You're cheap in your vision. You're look, you trying to play coach too. And it's like, dog, you're not the coach. You are the VP. Get your tentacles out of things look, that's why you delegate. You delegate these things and you get the right people in that know what they're doing. You are not a coach, Griff. You're not a head coach. And frankly, you're a horrible VP. You would be even worse, probably worse than Willie Green if you were the head coach. And that's not really saying a whole lot. Like, dude, you need to stop having your hand. You need to make better decisions financially and get a more quality coach, because the thing is, this is a sinking ship. Everything that you're doing, this recipe that you have is a recipe for a sinking ship. You're not getting anywhere. You're killing this organization financially by not bringing somebody quality, and you're just going to continue to get somebody cheap, which means it's going to be continuous losing, because you're going to owe another coach, or excuse me, Gail's going to owe another coach some more money, however much that is. And then you're top heavy in all your contracts that you have for the players on the team. It's like, that's why
they still paying Alvin Gentry.
Huh?
That's a good question.
They still paying Alvin Gentry.
I don't think so.
They had one additional year when they fired him.
I think they just stopped paying Stan, right? Did they finish paying him off?
I think they've done paying Stan too.
Yeah, they settled with Stan and got him out. I seen a report on that.
Yeah.
But see, now
Also,
you're in this
we don't owe nobody no money, do?
No, we don't owe anybody
I'm
nothing.
pretty
Right,
sure.
but if you fire Willie,
but she doesn't want to owe anyone money. That's the point. That's like, dog, I
don't know about that. She owed a couple coaches before, but I would say I think her mentality. I don't even know if she has that mentality. I don't even know if she cares. Do we know if she cares?
She cares
about the coaches.
She definitely cares, Jay Black.
No, about the coaches, like specifically. I think she gives. I think she delegate the power to Griff and let Griff do his thing. I don't think she meddles in it. I don't think that
she doesn't, and that's a problem.
See, there's different coaching steps. So, do you want her to be a micromanager? Do you want her to be over Griff and say, do what Griff is doing to the whole organization? Because what he's doing is micromanaging. So, he's trying to be the coach. He's making bad decisions, and then he'd come up, he'd try to reverse it or make another decision behind the decision, like with the trade Alonzo Ball. Then that was an initial bad trade first. I said that before, but then came up and got CJ McCollum. So he rewrite whatever was wrong at that time. But it created another problem. We needed a point guard instead of a shooting guard, a combo guard, because they was going the combo wave and positionless everything. And he'll make bad moves initially, and then try to do it. That's why, try to clean it up later. That's what it seems like. So whatever, if he fires Griff or keeps Griff, it sounds like he's going to keep Griff to me. I'm just telling you what I hear. I think he's going to keep him, and then throughout the year. I think he's going to keep him throughout the year. because it don't
I was giving
sound
him
like
an
there's no
all-star break.
urgency to fire him.
No,
I
there
mean,
is.
He
it
don't have
gain
an urgency.
anything.
No, the
He
fan
gain
base,
anything from it.
we want him fired for probably a year now.
He probably
We-
doing this just to stick it to us at this point.
Shit. Damn.
Damn.
But
Everybody
this is
really
going.
don't make
But
a
this is
lot of
shitted
sense.
on. Everybody shitted on Griffin this year. Even the people that have been on the bandwagon. There's very few people still willing to be on the David Griffin ship at this point, man. Everybody.
I don't think
jump ship
anybody
on
is.
him.
I haven't heard anybody who has.
But last
I
year
think
we had a lot of people holding him up in the air, the off season, the whole nine. Them ties finally start turning this year. He getting a lot of that criticism. So Willie
That's
got
very
to
much
go.
a possibility.
That's how you change the narrative. If you want to stay around, you get rid of Willie, put another coach in, and then if they start winning a little bit, he could hide until they win real good, and then come out talking shit again like you do.
Look, let me break this down
Bottom
to
of the
you like
ocean.
real. Like I don't know. Did we ever find out where Willie is ranked in coaching numbers? Like how much he's making? Did we ever
I don't
figure that
think
out?
Yeah, he's 40.
He's 40 in the top. Well, it's for how much he makes compared to other coaches
Oh,
right
you
now.
talking about the rankings as far as no.
I'm
Well,
be honest
he
with
ain't in
you.
the he ain't at the top. We
I
know that
think his
much.
Wait,
contract is
they
incentive
really?
based.
Okay. And it does make sense if it's center base.
That's
Well, he
because
hadn't hit a
it
center.
has to be because they quiet
He
about the
hadn't hit a
contract,
center.
everything.
Yeah, he hadn't hit a center. He hadn't hit one. 8 games, you ain't. How you hit one? You ain't got an all-star this year, bro. Like you ain't hit not one center. But long story short, listen, we had the second, but the second April was 188, right? And we had 185. Like that's how much money our whole cap is together. We are also the 10th highest salary cap in the league, right? We're a small market team. And then if you watch the games at home, nobody's in the crowd. They're not making no money. They're not making money. They're losing money.
I don't know.
They making something though, Stacey, because they still got the
$1?
the season ticket. Those tickets already paid for. A lot of the tickets are already paid for. Now the people who paid for the season tickets, they're not showing up. Because they mad.
So you mean to
But
tell
the
me?
tickets already paid for.
I'll be honest. They didn't sell 100% season tickets.
That's how they could tell
Nobody
us.
does.
But that's how they could tell us
Nobody
they got
does.
13, 14,000 people in there, and the capacity is what, 17,000? Because it was the season.
But we also seeing all these TikToks that people talking about it's only $1 to get down there. Like you know what I'm saying?
Look, bro.
Because you got people selling their tickets.
Look, bro.
DC, I'm asking everybody on this. Are the Pelicans making money this year?
Yeah, they're making some money.
Yep.
They're probably not making
money.
a maximum amount of money that they
$20
making.
nachos.
They making money, bro.
Made $20
If they weren't making money, it would be a lot more urgency.
Does it even out? Does it even out to have $185 million payroll of your players? Does it even out?
I think it does. That's why we see the bullshit we doing.
You get TV money and everything, bro.
If they wasn't evening out, they would be moving with a lot more sense of urgency. Bro.
Yeah, I agree.
The share TV money, that's different. I'm pretty sure they got a lot of other things to do with that when it comes out.
They leaving some money on the table if that's what you're saying. Like they're not getting everything they could get. Like I agree with that.
I don't even know when they probably wait to the end of the season.
Well, I looked it up. You said is Willie Green a good coach? They rate him low. They say he's a low ranking coach.
So he's like an assistant.
They say he received a low ranking, a low coaching ranking when he was coming from Golden State. Even coming from Golden State, he received a low ranking as a coach, overall coach. Because he was green back then. See what I did? Willie Green? Yeah, he was a green coach. But shit, I'll be back on Sunday. Thank you. Yeah. But his winning record is terrible, man. I'm looking at his record, man. God damn. Well, it's 135 and 151 So 47%. Yeah. He needs to go, man.
Man, he needs to
The
fight.
injury excuse, like you could use that probably 1 year or 2 years, but the way fans are, we more knowledgeable now than we were back in the past. You could use that as like, there's too much knowledge out here now. Like you could have did something about this. That falls on the coach too, in my opinion. The injuries. If that's, then something's going on with the injuries or the medical staff. We changed the medical staff.
That boy looks stressed.
We changed. Yeah. Oh, are we about to listen to this?
Duck face.
Nah, go ahead, J Black.
Oh, all right. Well,
and that's the replay. He ain't saying nothing anyway. But go ahead, make your point.
My bad. But yeah, the medical staff, the personal trainers, the all the different technology we have. Nah, you can't. The injuries is that gonna run thin after you could do it 1 year, but not 4 years. All 4 years you didn't have, like, you can't say the Zion thing. Zion played a lot of games, but you went to the playoffs. Yeah, but you went to the play-in though, with your best player. Like so. When I look back at it, because I definitely was wrong. Y'all was totally right. When y'all told me he played 70 games, I was shocked. I was like, 70 games, and you got only to the play-in. Then you need to be fired, because that's the most you could get is a 10th, 9th, or 8th seed or 7th seed. One of them seeds. I don't even know what seed we was.
I mean, we won 49
I think it was 9th or 10th. No, that don't matter. DC. That's what the problem. Everybody's still stuck on regular
I think it was more what they did once they got in the playoffs for me, because it was a rough year, in the West that year. 49 games, ain't bad, but it's what they did when they went up against the Thunder for me. That should get you fired.
Well, the thing is, a lot of that stuff
they won
stems
enough
from
games in
the regular season, though.
But they should have won more. They should have won even more. So I get it.
Should have been a top seed.
Because they gave away at least 6 or 7 games that year.
But they was at 3 at one time, right?
Shouldn't have even had 49 wins. They could have had way more. Remember, they were struggling against close games. Look at all the close games.
I think it was 20. You said 20 blown leads or something like that?
Yeah, 20 blown leads,
27
blown leads, and close games.
Yeah,
I think it
Queen
was
Lex.
what,
That's right.
26 or 27.
0-27, Queen Lex. Yep.
0-27.
Yeah, in close games. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's because of coaching.
It's bad, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, look, there was only one way that the Pelicans were winning, and that was blowing teams out. They were number 2 last season, I think, behind the Celtics. They were at the top as far as in blowing teams out. But they couldn't win. They couldn't win from coming behind. They could not win close games. They were only winning one way. And that's why I was like, because I know you say all the time, Jay Black, that a win is a win.
A win is a win.
The thing is, it's how you win, though, because they didn't have winning habits. You have to, in the playoffs, everything is not going to be a blowout. You have to be able to win close games. You have to be able to win ugly games. And they didn't know how to do that. There was problem with turnovers early on. There was problem with the energy. There was still problems with, lineups, putting the right, like, obviously we said many a times, we didn't see Trey and Zion out there together. Trey was coming in for Zion. And it's like stuff like that made absolutely no sense. And that's why I'm always saying, like, it's how you win. You have to, during regular season, you have to practice winning habits, because those habits carry over into the playoffs. That's why when you look at OKC, when you look at the Boston Celtics, when you look at Cleveland, look at how they're playing. Look at their constant winning plays and their winning habits. Those things are habitual. You have to have those habits so that when you do get into the playoffs, which is a different breed, okay? Like if all else fails, you're going back to those things that you've been practicing all season long. Those are the things that you're falling back on. If you're not if you don't have those winning ways and those winning habits, guess what? You're going back to all the, those mistakes and things that you were struggling with all regular season. They're going to come back and haunt you in the playoffs. They're going to come back because you didn't address those things. And that's the biggest problem with the Pelicans. That's why I was like, you can easily look at the winning percentage. Yes, the winning percentage has gone up each year with Willie, with the exceptions of this year. But guess what?
Yeah.
They've been stagnant. You know why? Because this team has been a borderline playing team for all of Willie Green's tenure. There has been no growth. If you look at OKC in the 5 seasons, the first 2 seasons with their rebuild, which is basically the same as the Pelicans, they had 2 losing seasons. The 3rd season was an okay season. Their last 2 seasons, including this one, they've been number 1 in the West.
I would disagree with you on one part. We never had a rebuild. We never had a rebuild. Every time when Zion been here, they've been trying to win. They've been making trades to try to win. It wasn't no rebuild here. Though. I'm just saying that if there was a rebuild, they would have let some people stay and grow together. But they was trying to make moves where it was when CJ McCollum was not a person that Zion was going to grow with. Like,
okay, so why get him?
Because you needed a guard. You needed a scoring guard. And they wanted to see how he looked with Zion.
They tried to make CJ a point guard when he not.
They thought they could make him point guard. Yeah, they did think they could make him point guard. He's not.
The moment it became a rebuild.
I mean,
the moment he was traded.
Yeah.
Who?
Well, I thought once they traded AD away, that's an automatic rebuild because you're starting from scratch as far as building around.
Zion and Anthony Davis is on the team together.
They wasn't.
No, the year that Zion got drafted, that's when they traded Anthony Davis. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's what I meant it that way.
That's a rebuild. That's a rebuild.
Yeah, that's a rebuild, isn't it?
You had Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball.
Because you traded Drew Holiday that same year, right? Later on in that year.
You had Drew Holiday for a year.
Okay,
you had JJ Redick. You had a bunch of people. You had Derek Favors. They were signing vets. They signed JJ Redick. They signed Derek Favors. They were signing these guys to try to win. They wasn't doing it like
Eric Bledsoe.
Even because you ended up letting JJ Redick go. You ended up trading Drew. Derek Favors went back to Utah. You know what I'm saying? Like they were at some point.
Then what we do after that? We got Steven Adams, and then we got CJ McCollum, and Eric Bledsoe,
Gary Temple.
Oh goddamn!
Remember
that.
Garrett Temple.
The term rebuild is a
left feel like they were really building anything.
Okay, if y'all say it was a rebuild, well, how long was the rebuild? 2 years? Because they started trying to get guys. Like
they were still building, but like you said, Jay Black, Griff made a lot of mistakes. Right?
A lot of them.
And he was trying to clean it up.
Yeah.
And you just stated that, so what does that mean? Like, instead of, because you're not going forward if you're trying to clean something up, that you're retracting.
Yeah.
And you're trying to fix. So it's like you weren't really building anything because you kept trying to clean up your mess or whatever. Well, I don't
Yeah, no, it was a mess. No, it definitely was a mess.
Listen, fam, we're gonna.
If you don't want to call it a rebuild, what would you call it?
I got one more question. I'm out.
Big crap. We got to cut it off right there, my friends. I'm sorry. We at that 2:10. Well, actually, it's over.
Things were getting good.
We got to cut it off. But what'd you say, Lex?
I said things was getting good. I just
know
want.
we right there. We're gonna have to pick it up later on in the week. But just an announcement for the family members that brother Pelican reporter and one of our favorite beat reporters, Terry Kimball, will be making an appearance to talk Pelicans with PPR on Monday. So you guys want to chime in on with that and listen to brother Terry. Going to give us some good game on it. We're going to have some questions to cover on that as well. So y'all join us for, I think it's 8 o'clock Monday tomorrow as brother Terry steps by and talks Pelicans with the fam. So anyway, I'd like to thank the panel, man. Thank the panel for popping up on the stream tonight. Much love to you guys. Thank y'all for being here and always bringing great comment and commentary. Listen, man, we'll be back later on this week. Of course, we got a matchup Tuesday against the Chicago Bulls. Wednesday is a back-to-back. Pelicans have they got the Bulls on Tuesday, and then they come back, and I think they got a match. I'm going to have to look at the damn schedule to make sure, but I know we got the Bulls on Tuesday. And then they have several games, home games following Smoothie King Center. So we're getting closer and closer to February, man. So it'll be some good game to kind of talk to brother Terry about his thoughts on this team and David Griffin and all this kind of stuff. We're going to cover the waterfront. But anyway, with that being said, fam, listen, y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. PPR in here representing the Flock and Nation. Stand up. Once again, shout out to our illustrious panel. Big ups to the rest of you guys, and we're going to holler at y'all on the next one. Much love. Go Pels. Peace.
Go Pels.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who Dat in all of us. That's right, at the Pro Shop is the platform store, where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and Who Dat Nation.